Wake up, Lincoln.
Come on, it's 6 o'clock. Rise and shine, rise and shine.
It's time for Early Break. Brought to you by Sand Hills Global. Live from Lincoln, America. Here's Jake Sorensen.
Did seem kind of meh.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
Surprisingly good.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Busch.
I want to buy a couple ducks. I'm bringing 2 ducks to the office.
This is Early Break.
Good morning. Happy Tuesday to you, Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, Bill Busch on Early Break. Hope if you were at the stadium, you enjoyed some high school football state titles yesterday, 3 of them. In D1, D2, and A. Do you want some scores quick?
I do. Bill,
All right.
Bill, get ready.
Off the bat, we had yesterday in Class D2, you had Central Valley blast Riverside 52-12. That was 46-0 midway through the second quarter, by the way.
Wow.
Didn't see that one coming. Class D1, Sandy Creek over Stanton 44-42.
Incredible game.
That was an epic game. And then last night, the Millard South takes down Omaha West Side 27-10 in Class A. That's your 3 games from yesterday in the state football.
And what's today? What happens today?
Today, Class C2 at 10:15, Norfolk Catholic against Bishop Newman. That's the 1 versus 2 seed. C1 at 2:45 is Wahoo and Central City. And at 7:15, Class B, Bennington against Omaha Scott.
That's
These
it.
are state finals, and that's it.
Okay. Thank you.
Did you watch last night?
I did not. No.
I did. I watched the West Side Miller South game. Really good game. Eventually the quarterback just made too many plays for Millard South. That's basically what happened.
Do we know who that is?
I'm dropping a blank on my name right
I
there.
don't have the
he's
name
throwing
for
like
you.
49 touchdown passes.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, he's
I
throwing
should
really
know.
That'll
I
do.
don't know.
Yeah, you
know.
should know that, shouldn't you? With On3 recruiting.
Hut!
Hut.
I
tried.
don't know
He
how
tried
much he's
that.
being
You went
recruited.
just with the hut.
You stopped at 1.
You went on 1. Do we change the name
No, it's
of where
still
you
on
work?
3.
Still on 3. Okay.
I didn't turn the TV on. I've not been turning the TV on
Whoa.
very often.
What's the problem?
I don't know. I just don't turn
boycotting
it on.
TV or what?
I was
No.
doing things. I was working also. I was doing
Working.
packing and things of last
Same.
night. And then I had but the game was on in the background. I didn't have volume on. And so for whatever reason, I had some phone calls that came in, stuff like that. So I didn't have any volume on.
You guys are more TV oriented than I am, I think. I'm not. I will say this, by now sitting with me every day, a little smarter than most people,
Yeah.
especially about basketball.
Hoops guru.
I was fading in and out last week, but had UConn on. My thought was, God, they are not the number 2 team in the nation. And if they are, they shouldn't be.
They lost to Memphis yesterday
well, it fell to
in
Memphis.
Hawaii.
Bam.
I mean, you knew it.
They've won back-to-back titles. I think
They're not
I
that
think
good this
Dan
year.
Hurley is still just
They're not
fine.
they're not nearly the team they were last
It's hard
year.
to stay that way.
It
Like
is.
Michigan has proved that.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard
It
to
is.
stay.
I'm just saying they're not.
Yeah.
But it's I don't know that there's a great team out there.
It's early.
Duke might be. Kansas is number 1, but they're not. They're not like when they had Rafe LaFrance and who's the guy from
Keep
Sioux
going.
City? Ray
Kirk Heinrich,
Heinrich.
Yeah.
God
Nick
dang.
Collison back in the day.
You're amazing, Jake.
Yeah,
Do you
they're
remember
good.
that at all? Were
Yeah,
you
I do.
buried in football at that point?
I was buried, but I paid attention to what was going on.
Yeah.
I had some thoughts. Ben does. Ben's got thoughts.
Ben has a lot of thoughts this
because
morning.
Ben's in a college basketball class right now.
Yeah, he's amazing.
And what we're going to do after our first break is Ben's going to draw a play up for us on the whiteboard.
Is he?
Yep, because they have to
He
do
learned
plays.
it.
So he has plays.
Do you got to play
He's got plays. So he's
baseline screens?
Yes, he's got some stuff. He's got
You got
some
baseline
Just
screens?
some inbounds plays, Ben. Yes, he does.
God, he's so good natured.
Yeah.
You didn't even see what I did to him. He was sitting on the couch.
Uh-huh.
I
I-
saw it. No,
And
I saw it.
I put my stuff on the couch every day, same place every day, just habitual. And I just literally told him, get up. You're in my way.
Did?
Just say get
My
up.
God.
Not please, not anything. Just get up.
He was sitting on the couch innocently, and you said, "That's my spot."
Ben,
Well,
Ben.
my stuff.
I
not
didn't
for
say
me.
get up. I said Ben, and he got up.
He put his backpack and his coat down,
Yeah.
where Ben was just sitting.
A little bit of a
innocently.
lack of social awareness by Ben.
True.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
fair.
Well,
You got to know.
Okay.
you do have your spot.
That's true.
That is true.
It's an
You have-
interesting take.
I can
by
see
Bill.
both sides.
You
here.
do have your
Yeah.
spot, but still, there was never a time to not be somewhat pleasant about
Civil.
it.
You know.
Yeah,
True.
so just
Goes
to-
both ways.
I think
there.
right away it's like, hey, just quick nuts and bolts thing here, Ben. If you could, that's kind of my spot. Gets my day
Sit
started.
on
right.
the other side
Thank
of the
you.
couch, and you're
Yeah.
fine.
Thank you for that guidance. You gave me airplane guidance,
And-
which has been huge for me. God,
I shoulder a lot in this room.
you do.
I do. I shoulder a lot.
You're pretty good about like life skills.
Life skills.
Yeah.
Jake's fandom I have to deal with. There's the extremes that are just insane.
The pendulum.
No
Yes.
text yesterday. No sports yesterday for me, so it's fine.
One time, Jake, Sip just mentioned there was like one or two things that maybe that throughout the game could have been a little bit better, and Jake snapped back up. 1 by 19. Just snap back. I mean, all you did was just said, yes, there was, I doubt they sat as a staff and just said, let's go around the room. How the D-line play? Perfect. How the linebackers play? Perfect. How the tight ends? Perfect.
I only
You know,
did that
so
because we
Sip
have
just does a
nitpicked so
journalist
much.
does a journalism type move
Yes.
and just says there was a couple things maybe that came up, and then I
Little
said
leak
1
in.
by 19. Screw you guys.
I wasn't in the mood to nitpick when they won the game and went to.
It wasn't nitpicking. It's called reporting.
fair.
Screw
And plus, Steve didn't say, "Hey, yeah, I know we won, but we got major problems here." He didn't say that.
I felt
He goes, he
I
did-
was
he-
hearing that,
it-
Bill.
it was
That's what I
like-
was hearing.
I mean, it was.
Oh my God, this is hilarious.
I don't know. And then that's
You
what I
did
got-
give me a death glare.
Oh, it was the
I did,
But
at
they
one
said,
point.
1 by 19. And I'm just like, can we not get along?
You want to nitpick, is what
Yeah,
he said.
yeah, it
You
wasn't
want to nitpick. The coverage was leaky, Jake.
Yeah, yeah.
It was.
Give
It
him a
was.
44-yard.
1 by 19 though.
Yeah.
He said it like
Screw
3
you.
times. Yeah, screw you.
That's what it felt like, basically.
Six wins, baby.
We're going bowling. We're going bowling. Postseason.
Yeah, Ben was back there supporting Jake too. That's right. That's right.
Ben.
stick
All right.
together.
So what about the line,
Anything else before that for idle chit chat?
Bill? I
really have.
tapped out.
I'm kind of tapped
Bill's in
out
pack
too.
mode.
Yeah, I'm kind of tapped out.
I was riding.
Me and Bill discussed it. You get extremely cranky when you're packing and moving. It is impossible
Do you really?
to not be
Yeah.
cranky when you're
Do you?
packing and moving. It's not
Yeah, it's
possible.
impossible.
Yeah.
Human.
Yeah, it's
'Cause I
not-
feel that
it's
right
not
now.
just whistle while you work. It's not Andy Griffin. Yeah. It's just not.
No.
And everything was
that's
coming
interesting.
out of the basement yesterday.
So up
The
the,
last
stairs.
2
you get.
days. So it's stairs.
Can't you hire somebody for this?
Well, some of the stuff though, the big. I'm not all of a sudden going to see me lugging a couch out the door.
I was going to say yesterday, I did think about this when I was driving home. I was going to call you and say, I can help you move stuff. And then I was like, I don't
not
know
doing
if
that.
me and
First
Bill.
of all, we've had this conversation, and once you're past, I'm going to say 26 is the cutoff.
Yeah.
You do not ask. Hey, look, hey, all the beer and pizza you want, man? Nope, I don't want a piece of pizza to help you haul.
We can't do it anymore.
No. I'd be more like, I'll help you unpack your glassware in your kitchen. That'd be it, maybe. But no, you don't ask people to help you move.
I noticed it with a couple of the grandkids where I would say, okay, we'll probably need 3 on this TV. And one of them would look at me strangely, just grab it.
Yeah.
Like
3, really?
yeah.
I got
Or
this.
if you do ask anyone, I think there's this would be kind of a junior Bill's Thrills.
Oh,
So
ooh.
if you ask someone to move, just say, listen, I'm going to ask if you could help me. I need you to help me for 1 hour. And then at 1 hour, you just dismiss them no matter what. You got to go.
Time to
Leave.
go. Get out of
If
here.
someone can come in for an hour, 'cause they can do a lot in an hour. But if
they
you
really go
roll
after
up
it.
and you're going like, hey, you got to help me move when that's going to be all day Saturday. It's like,
Oh.
no.
Well, that's a good
But
plan,
but
though.
1 hour. If you can
Even
get
2, maybe.
Give me 1.
if you can get one good hour, then
Yeah.
you try to space it out with a few more people. Hey, if you can give me an hour from like 10 to 11.
You might
We're
push
just-
it to 2 hours
Yeah.
and say, I just need 2 hours.
Don't push your luck.
I'd stick at the hour.
Okay.
They might push hard in that hour and
Screw you, Steve.
lollygag into 2. They might lollygag for 2. They'll push hard for 1.
That was unbelievable, Jake. Steve was doing journalism. He's a sports reporter, and he was doing journalism. He just brought up a couple items without, like I said, it wasn't even
It cost
hey,
you-
listen, I know we won, but we better address some stuff here. Nope, didn't say it like
It's
that at
probably
all.
a little bit brash by me to say that,
yeah.
but
Yeah, it was.
I was in a good mood. trying to bring down the good mood.
I wasn't
No,
trying
it
to bring
wasn't.
down
There's
the good mood.
that one time.
I
of it
was not trying to bring down the good mood.
That's what I'm telling you. This is what we deal with here in the show.
Dang
The
it.
fandom here. And eventually here, the Dolphins are going to lose a game or two, and it's going to be the meltdown's going to come
It's been
back.
quiet for 3 weeks
Yeah.
in that front, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Who is it
Quiet.
this week?
It's Green Bay in Lambeau.
Oh, yeah.
I'll be at the game.
That's going to be
I'll be very,
what's
very
the temperature?
cold. I saw the temperature is about at 20 degrees at kickoff. Potential snow,
Not too bad.
which is not good for me or the Dolphins, but we'll be there fighting through it.
Who's we? Who's all going?
Seth will be
Seth's
there.
going to be there.
You guys are going?
Yep.
Really?
Now, do you guys get along on trips because you don't get along on the golf course? How do
Well,
you guys-
he's a Packers fan, so it'll be a problem at the game.
Oh, yeah.
It'll be an issue at the game.
Will you be in your Tua jersey?
I don't
You
think
have
so.
to.
I don't think
What?
so. Because I need to have like 17 layers on. It's going to be very cold. I don't.
20's not
That
too
will
bad.
stretch that thing out. I can't wear it again if I do that.
Yeah.
I wish I
Just thought
had.
about it.
I wish I had like the old school Dolphin starter jacket to put on. That's pretty warm.
Still
and it's
time.
big. You can put a bunch of stuff below
There's
that.
pictures of
I don't
Shula
have
wearing it.
I know.
It's incredible.
I need that jacket.
God dang, he's going to Lambeau.
Never been.
I tell you, and I have a quick idle
Yeah, go for
story from the past.
Please.
There was a time when I was a graduate assistant that this company came in for a while, and we got some gear from him. And then also, I remember Dave Gillespie, recruiting
Yes.
coordinator. Dave allowed me to order like one of those what do you call it, a sweatsuit, jumpsuit type
Nice.
of thing,
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
pants and that.
Did you really?
I did, but it was Apex. It
What's
was
that mean?
Apex was the gear.
It's a brand.
Apex was a brand,
Man.
and it came and went in about maybe a year. It was always for a while. Everybody kept asking, "Where's the Apex?" And the guy kept responding, "Still on the ship. It's good. It's good."
It went away.
It was on the ship for a long time, but it showed up for some, and I had some Apex gear, and I wore the heck out of it.
Did you?
I did. I wore
It was,
that.
it was a full body.
Yeah. Well, I would say no, it wasn't like a jumpsuit. I guess it was pants and jacket
Okay.
separate.
Okay.
But I wore that. Like, yes.
Nice.
Yes.
What color was it? Black?
It was black with it
Good-
it was
good assumption.
it was like I was wearing a Kansas City Chiefs cheerleading outfit. Is what it would look like. Exactly what it looked like. A Kansas City Chiefs cheerleading outfit. It was
Great.
It was kind of that gold
You
yellow.
wore it
and
all the
red.
way?
I wore it all the time.
That's
all
beautiful.
the time. Yeah, and a lot of times I would wear it it was a zip up.
Yeah.
Like that with no shirt underneath.
Come on.
Yeah, just zip up. It's comfortable. It's fine.
Apex.
Yeah.
Was that better
But
times,
Dave,
Bill?
it was better times.
Better
What
times.
What
Gillespie,
years?
thank you. So it
What
been about 91, 92,
Oh,
93, 90.
Pretty much better time.
Yeah, it's better times. Yeah.
It wasn't the 70s, but
no.
it was still better times.
Yes. Apex. Look it up. It was incredible.
That is Idle Chit Chat, sponsored by our friends at Renew Your
Yeah.
Auto. Please call or text David at 402-833-3858 or go to renewyourauto.com and do everything from body shop, ceramic coatings, window tinting, spray, and bed liners, and more at renewyourauto.com. Before we get to some audio from Matt Rule, I was doing a little research on the spread of Nebraska,
This
Iowa.
is interesting.
In-depth
This
research.
is odd. The game opened at Iowa as a 4-point favorite
Mhm.
on Sunday. We saw the opening line.
Mhm.
Jackson Stratton, who is the 5th-string quarterback, was announced as QB1, barring any sort of major setback this week.
They're playing their 5th string quarterback. I want you to think about that.
He was at one point, right?
Yeah. He was at one point this season. He was playing linebacker on the scout team.
Sounds like Deacon Hill.
He was
basically.
a scout team on the.
Easy.
That's insane.
Yes, it sounds like Deacon Hill.
'Cause-
Okay,
Go ahead, Jim.
but we hear that Stratton, the former linebacker, former QB5, is going to start. Line jumps from Iowa 4 to 5.5 this
I
morning.
don't understand it at all.
Please
I-
help me
I
understand.
don't
I'm
think
trying
you
to-
do. What about, are you hearing anything about Jamari Harris?
Who's that?
He's a starting corner. He's got 3
He's
picks.
questionable right now. He's
Okay.
questionable to doubtful at this
Yeah, so
moment.
So they could be missing him too. He's got 3 picks. He's got 8 picks in his career. He's done well. I don't know. I don't understand the line. I don't get it.
I want you to think about this. This is probably true. Is that I don't even know if you know who the 4th and 5th string. If you're in the quarterback room, they probably ask each other, "Are you 4th or 5th?" I don't know. What are you? I don't know. I have no idea.
Look at the depth chart.
Who's going in? Hey, if a bunch of guys get hurt, who's going in 4th?
It might
I don't-
even the
I don't
conversation
know.
might even involve what the hell does it matter?
Yeah, what's the matter?
They're not going to play.
And then it never did matter who the 5th string quarterback was until now.
Now it matters.
That's when he came in the game against UCLA. I was like, they told the story. He's like, he was a walk-on linebacker. Now he's playing quarterback, and he was on the field.
Jackson Stratton.
Yeah.
So that's I don't.
He
the
threw,
line, I don't
I
understand.
think he threw for 70 yards. They threw for 70 yards in the
Yeah,
game
didn't do a lot.
Against Maryland.
Against Maryland.
Yeah. I think he was 10 for 16 for 70
Yeah.
plus. 70 plus.
I mean,
76.
I mean, that
He
means
was
like
76.
the first 1 to 9 wins. The first 1 to 9 points wins.
You think
Because
so?
you look, you watch when you do not have to worry about the passing game, which UCLA did not.
Mhm.
I mean, UCLA just crushed them. I mean, they could not run the football at all. I mean,
Because they loaded the box.
yeah, and they were good, and they have that. That was a strength of theirs.
UCLA. Yeah, they are. They're
That was
tough
that
up
was
front.
that was a strength of theirs.
So
but-
I don't know.
That's remarkable. It should be like a 9.5 Nebraska.
Oh, good God.
But you would
Yes.
think
That's a lot.
injury news
Yeah.
for Nebraska potentially for moving it 4 to 5.5. Some news we don't know there, but I don't think there's anything we don't know about Nebraska's injuries right now.
Steve, you're the inside.
Any
Right, sure.
inside information
You
for
were-
us?
Look at my shirt right now.
Yes, yes.
You'd think I'd know. I don't know.
No.
I don't know if there's any. Is there something that we don't know about Nebraska? I'd be surprised.
I don't think that hearing that Stratton's QB1 moves the lineup 1.5 points. Something else has to be in play.
Yeah.
That we don't know.
It's a
We'll see.
bizarre. Now I will say this:
I don't get him.
it's probably just as if I'm Iowa, they're probably like, McNamara hasn't played forever, and when he did play, he didn't play well.
No.
And there's never a time you're going like, well, if we just have him, it's a guaranteed win. Not at all. Not at all.
He's not very popular there.
Yeah.
They don't
No.
like him.
Really?
He has not been, did not work out well. That
And then he made
the McNamara
there
era.
was So-called was going to be back last week, and then he made the statement. It was because they had. I was watching some of the game. It was like, yes, I am 100%. I'll be back for Nebraska.
Yeah, there were. I guess I was reading about this last night. There were rumors last week that he was no longer with the team, and he had to debunk those rumors. He suffered a concussion on October 26th against Northwestern, so he hasn't done anything from I guess a month.
Yeah, and that might be the biggest thing. It might be maybe he could play, which shocks me because he's not even listed on the depth chart. I thought he might be listed like emergency quarterback with that, and we're going to go with Stratton.
Yeah,
it's a fifth string quarterback. And they went to Maryland and won with him. I mean, you don't win with a fifth string quarterback when
Usually not.
Usually not. That doesn't happen.
So 5.5, I don't understand. No, and there's no secrets at Nebraska that I know.
Name
of.
ours right now. Name Nebraska's.
Fifth string. I don't
Who's
think
behind
they have.
Gramstad?
Yeah, this is your
Gramstad's 4. Who's 5?
Yeah, who's
I
5?
should know this. This is come on.
Ben, do you know?
Oh, I think it's the kid from Blair. Hold on. I'll get this.
I mean,
the kid from Blair.
Yeah.
Should we know that?
just so you know, on most teams, there's not even a fifth
Hold on,
string.
guys.
They didn't have a fifth. They had a fourth, and they had to bring a linebacker over from the scout
I'm
team.
glad Keith Mann's not up and listening to this.
You think he's disgusted about this?
Well, he'd be.
That we should know the 5th string quarterback?
Yeah,
Come
he'd
on.
be
Keith,
disappointed.
Yeah, I'm not going
expect
to.
that.
I don't.
Come on.
Is there an or?
Well, you know, it's Riola,
Okay.
Harburg, Kalen, Gramstad.
That's 4.
Right now,
Five.
the question is who's
Uh,
who's okay.
Yes,
Well,
I don't
we're gonna nail this right now.
I
Okay,
don't think it's going to be.
it's Bodie Sokup. Bodie Sokup, and if he's not from Blair, I'm not from Columbus. Bodie Sokup from Blair. That's
Okay.
right. I think he would be 5. Bodie, and that's. And
Do you
obviously-
think?
I've not heard that name before.
it could be Luke Longville though.
Yeah.
So Bodie Sokup or
I'm
Luke
telling you,
Long.
those two guys are discussing.
Right.
Are you fifth?
Are you
I
fifth
don't
or yeah, my
sixth?
sixth?
Or who's
That's
fourth?
the situation at Iowa.
So Bodie Sokup or Luke Longville, guys. That's the answer.
So this story will be used for 30 years in the future. This will be like future quarterback coaches in their room. They're talking to those guys that are in the back of sitting in the second row. Hey, be ready.
So this guy was once fishing. Would you say he's third now, though? Right? Jackson Stratton.
Well, he's first.
He's QB1.
Well, yeah.
QB1.
He's starting.
Well, I guess yeah.
Hey, I don't know how he got to where he got to. I don't
That's
know.
what I mean.
I don't know.
That's what I mean.
There's
A guy behind him. There's a guy.
there
behind
is. Yeah, they have to have someone.
Yeah.
Yes.
QB2.
I doubt they go with this one quarterback. What happened now? I don't know.
Him. Well, Laporta. You know, Laporta for the bowl game last year was it last year? Laporta was playing or 2 years ago.
I think that was 2 years ago.
2 years ago, he was the 4th string
how
quarterback.
in the
Against
world
Kentucky.
can you not get anything figured out at quarterback? At Iowa, it's a place that Iowa is a. I mean, they're.
Well, you would have liked Sullivan, right?
What's that?
Brendan Sullivan was good for a couple
Like-
games.
No, not really. Better.
Like?
Than, yeah,
He was respectable.
but he played terrible. He had 2 passes against UCLA, and after that, his happy feet were just. I'm go. What is going on with him?
Yeah, why do they not have a quarterback?
And how at the University of Iowa, how can you not say we're going to have a quarterback? We're going to have a quarterback.
They used to have one. Banks was good.
Brad Banks was good.
Yeah, Banks was good. That's about 2007.
CJ Beathard has been a long time NFL back.
Beathard was a good player. Yeah,
solid.
I was joking.
Ricky Stanzi had his ups and downs with the Hawkeyes.
Stanzi.
But
Nate Stanley was okay, right? He was okay a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Beathard
was the one I really liked.
Yeah,
he had a
was
gun.
Bill,
he had a gun.
There was, yeah. Well, he's also, like I said, been in the NFL for, I'd say, a long time.
8 years at least, maybe more. Long time.
But boy, it's been the last 8 to 10, whatever. It's been bad. It's been really bad.
A rough go. And they still win 9-10 games.
There was one time they ran like a little naked, and he could have just Stanton could have just kept the ball, and he threw it to the
Stratton
threw it to the tight end who was completely covered. He saw he was covered. Then he hit himself on the head a couple times. It was just like,
you idiot.
I like, idiot. It was just like, I can't imagine the quarterback coach watching this play going, what happened here? I'm running the play back. Right now, they must just do handoff drills all day. I don't know if they even hand off a couple 40 carries.
Caleb Johnson.
Johnson.
The backup, I guess QB6 right now would be Marco Linus, a redshirt freshman from Princeton, New Jersey.
Yep. I bet he can wing it.
We'll see if he plays it all behind Jackson.
It's the fifth string. Nobody's playing with their fifth string quarterback right now, except for one team, Iowa. That's it.
There you go. Sip, you were at the Matt Rule press conference yesterday, correct?
Oh yeah, I was.
What were the highlights? What do you want us to play from yesterday?
Well, we covered this, stuff. Jake. I would go with out of the gate. You might go with the Holgorsen stuff.
Okay.
Anything on Dana Holgorsen? Dana Holgorsen is the offensive coordinator as of November 11.
Has Holgorsen cut some things down? Is that the question? All right, here we go, Matt Rule.
Just amount of play. Kind of like I said when I first got here, like he came in and said, "Hey, let's just scale back in terms of the amount that we're doing. We're still doing a lot, still doing a lot." And like I said, there's a couple times in that game where he was trying to find the words because he's had one language for I don't know 30 years, and now all of a sudden he has a completely different language. And so, Coach Glenn and Garrett and Sat did a great job of sometimes helping with the words in the middle of the game. But he has a picture of what he wants it to look like, and it's interesting for me. It's my first time being around there. It's very collaborative. Like they sit in the room together for hours upon hours upon hours and put together a game plan together. So it's been really cool for me. I'm always trying to learn. It's good for me to learn from.
You don't need to play this, but they had a flu bug and strep go through the team. Flu bug and strep both. Sierra Wright was really hurting on Saturday. Marquise Buford was affected. A lot of guys were affected. Is there anything about just the team's level of hunger? The team it'd be very early in the press conference.
I got that one.
Go.
Here we go, Matt Rule.
I sure hope they are.
Hungry.
I mean, honestly, Sam, we didn't even have a team. We haven't even had a team meeting since the game. Like we walked in today and it was 8:00 Iowa special teams. There's just no time for, hey, great job. There's just no time for it, right? Like so, this is such a condensed week versus a really difficult opponent to prepare for. That we just jumped right in. I think the thing that you saw, coming out of the game, like a lot of the guys were in the building yesterday. They know that they can do it. It's kind of like they know they're capable of it. So let's continue to do it. That's the expectation now. What was once possible is now, okay, it's not just, hey, it's possible. Now we can do it. So let's do it. And this is an excellent team we're facing. So we have to do it at a high level.
I tire of the headspace questions. Where's your headspace, guys? It was a nice answer. You haven't really talked because we just went to work. We didn't have a session in the meeting room where he said, "Hey guys, where are you now? Are you hungry?" Good God.
I don't think that's ever happened. It's my 34 years.
Really?
Never had like that. Never had Urban Meyer, Ed Ogeron. Hey, real quick.
Where are you guys at?
What do you guys think?
What's our hunger level?
How are you feeling?
Hey, Jeepers. I was wondering if you guys are up for one more rally cap here. What do you think, guys?
Just get an A gap.
Yeah.
Please. Yeah. We're going to practice now. Hey, now, Jake.
Yes.
Speaking of football matters, Iowa run game. What what distinguishes the Iowa run game? Outside zone talk.
Well, I mean, they've always been, to me, like the when I first learned how to run outside zone, I go all the way back to like learning from like Rick Kaczynski, who I know coached here as well. He was a great D-line coach, but learning from him, learning from Coach Ferentz, like that's how I first learned, the way that I've always taught the run game. So, I mean, they've always been the premier outside zone team, counter team in the country. I think Caleb Johnson's playing at an unbelievably high level. They've got a veteran offensive line. I think Coach Lester's brought in, they're doing a lot of what you see NFL teams doing. Like they're running the ball to the open side, then checking it versus any 4-week threat to zap to the front side. So a lot of us who've been in the NFL, it's kind of what we know, and they're doing it really, really well. And I don't want to underestimate. Like, this back is fantastic. I mean, he makes people miss, and he can burst and go the distance. They've kind of done it two different ways with Sullivan out there because he was a running threat. They were doing it one way. With McNamara out there, it was a little bit different. And I think that's the mark of great coaches. Whatever quarterback's been out there, they've been able to do it. To stay in the same scheme, but whatever fits that quarterback. And then now, as we're not sure who the quarterback is, they've kind of had a hybrid model in between. So I think they're doing a really, really, really good job, and they've run some people off the field just by running the football down their throat.
Outside zone, left, right. Outside zone, left. Outside zone, right. Outside zone, left. Outside zone, right. It's fun to watch.
No. They run power. They run some
and some counter. They'll hit you with some counter,
some different stuff.
Right. All right.
Did you text Kaz and say he got name dropped by Rule?
I did
yesterday?
tell him.
What did he say?
He was. I don't know. He was. He plays it cool. What is the deal with Dylan Raiola? There's some Dylan Raiola sound on his continued improvement, his continued development, maybe the way Holgorsen has impacted him. Dylan Raiola.
I think he had a great week. I think the UCLA game. I mean, that was a significant hit to his back and injury, and so even if you go back to the USC Tuesday, I was like, I think he'll be able to practice. He didn't practice on Sunday. I think he'll be able to practice Tuesday, but I think he was ginger that whole game. I think he was better this game, just in terms of being healthy, right? Being able to move around, being able to slide in the pocket, and they got one pressure on us early, but after that, I thought, we're getting the ball out of our hands. He was just taking completions, taking what was there, not trying to do too much. Again, playing as a freshman in the Big Ten is really, really hard. It requires tough people. And I think Dylan's been tough in that he's gotten better every week. And sometimes maybe everyone, like the production people, they're asking me that you can't always maybe see it because you're playing better people. But I think Dylan's gotten better every week in a lot of ways. This week, it was really easy to see because I thought he was just in complete and total control and command. And again, another week with Dana, I think, has helped him as well.
I think me and Jake would have been apt if we were football players to say, God, I was hurt against USC. I was hurting. As opposed to just playing through it and not saying anything, where a Raiola is probably more apt just to play through it and not say anything. But he was probably banged up. He was probably banged up against USC. And I don't give that enough. I mean, I just heard he was okay. So I was like, okay, he must be okay. But he was probably not.
Yeah, he missed some prep time, probably different things. Yeah, it's hard. There's probably not hardly
a player alive
that right now that is not banged up a little bit. If you're playing
kickers, maybe.
Yeah, there's a chance. But if you're anywhere up front, O-line, D-line, something like that, it's like, how are you doing? It's going to dig out an elbow. I've got this. I've got something. Fingers. This. Something's messed up on you. Like I said,
football.
If you start talking about the players of other teams and things that I see all the time, like you saw that the Penn State lost them, but overall they had a couple things early. Nebraska did, but honestly, I can't remember when the last time a Nebraska training staff came on the field.
I can't either.
I'm talking just for maybe he fell on the ball and got the wind knocked out of him. I don't remember seeing Dave Clare, who's the orthopedic surgeon of the team that comes out, best surgeon in the history of surgeons. And I don't remember ever seeing him.
I don't either.
I mean,
I
those guys.
I got to think about this a little bit.
Those guys have not been on the field.
Yeah,
Was Corbin hurt during the game, or was that?
No, I think no. When he got hurt, he came off the field on his own
Okay,
power.
he did.
Like on a extra point.
That was a long time ago. It was a long time ago.
Yeah, but you just don't see it. Which, and trust me, if someone says, "Oh, we haven't lost anybody," yeah, I he's hurt. Teddy got hurt. There's some people that have, but overall,
like Ramirez hurt.
yeah. When you go overall, the health of your team, it's pretty remarkable.
They're healthy. What about sound on the Fedoni tight end situation? Hello?
Here's his thoughts on how Nate Luke played at tight end. You want that
Nate Borkacher. Let's go.
Title there.
Let's go last names. Nate Borkacher and Luke Lindenmeyer.
There you go. Here's Matt Rule yesterday.
Yeah, well, I mean, Nate's an excellent player. He's unselfish. He doesn't complain about his touches or whether, he just, if you ask him to do something, Nate does it. Very steady. And so when he had a chance to catch the ball, I mean, both times he caught the ball, I mean, it's, he had a great run after the catch. And then I think Luke Lindenmeyer, you talk about a guy since the bye week, since Dana showed up, who to me has like put his foot on the gas and accelerated, like in practice. I mean, he's trying to put people on their backs. He's trying to finish blocks. And those guys are just really dependable guys. They execute at a high level, and they earned a chance to play. I mean, Thomas is the same way. Thomas has all the ability to make every play. He's made some huge plays down the field. He's got a ton of talent. He's had a bunch of injuries. He's a lot like a lot of the guys I'm talking about. It's his second year playing, really. So forget, the hardest thing in the world is to come in with a bunch of accolades, right? Because everyone's always asking you, like, but he's the second year playing, and I think Thomas, he had a great practice out there today. I think the thing with Dana is, like, I think a lot of people have said to me, like, they really enjoyed his press conference last week and just the bluntness of it. Well, the bluntness is followed up with, every position, right? Like, you have to go out and execute, right? And the guys who practice the best and then get in the game and play, like Wood fumbled that ball, and Janirin didn't play quite as much afterwards. Just Janirin's not going to say much. He's just going to go out there and, okay, when you need me again, need me. And when they needed him, he went in and he did his job. So, I think Dana's brought a standard offensively that I'm not going to say we didn't have before. I just think he has the experience to kind of follow through on it in some ways that I think is maybe good for all of us to learn from. But Thomas, I'm sure, will have a great role in this game. And like I said, there's not many guys who can make plays down the field the way he can. Just kind of continue to work on him and all those guys. And again, I'm deferring a lot of this. Like, I don't tell Terrence who to play at nose tackle, and I'm not telling Dana and Sat who to play at tight end. I give my 2 cents if there's something I really believe in, I'll step in. But I think it's really good that guys can go out and practice for what they want.
Fedoni played 3 snaps.
That's it.
So what happened was he started the game. He played the first series. Then the second series, one of the early downs, he jumped, and then he was off the field. And that was it. He never came back. And what Rule said during the press conference, and some of it was just there, that he mentioned, like during the week, a guy jumped, a receiver jumped. Holgers has said 13 year in. That was Isaiah Garcia Castaneda. And there was Isaiah Garcia Castaneda playing receiver for the first time this season, caught a pass, actually. So what you would say, well, where was this before? Why, if guys weren't executing before, were you allowing them to play? I don't know. He addressed it to a certain extent by saying Holgerson's experience maybe separates him a little bit. His voice is a little louder. Probably his resume, 6 top 10 defenses, 92 and 69 as a head coach, 2 stops. So maybe he can be a little more demanding. I don't know. But he's being more demanding. If you're not executing, you're out. When he always says Wood, that's Janarian Bonner because he's from Ellenwood, Georgia. So they call him Wood. Ellenwood, Georgia.
That's the insight right there.
Hut.
That was the saddest.
Do you want me to do it again?
I don't know what you're doing. We're on one now.
Hut.
No, it's hut.
Oh, okay.
There's a pause.
Well, you can change the cadence a little bit.
Well, we're not. We're not doing that.
Sounds dumb.
Imagine doing that right now with the offense. Hey, listen, I know we've had one cadence for the whole year. We're going to change it up a bunch for this game.
Just because I want to.
That'll go good. That'll go well. 3 offsides.
Bonner fumbled and he was out. He didn't play as much. I think he played 16 snaps. But anyway, that's a lot of the press conference was about Holgerson. as you would expect after they scored 44 points and put 473 on Wisconsin.
We will get to more Matt Rule in the 7 o'clock hour. Before we get to break, though, I'm sure that you are famished this morning. You always are when you come in. You're starving.
I was.
What do you want? If he was smart, he'd want to go to Early Bird, I would think, at 19th and K.
I'll tell you what, today when I pulled up, the parking was all askew.
What happened now?
I don't know.
He's on this side. Freaking me out.
There was, because you know why? Every place was full in my spot. The whole place. Usually there's 8 spots available. There was none.
What street is that out there?
This is 11th Street.
11th.
So I'm telling you, this is what doesn't happen at the Bird.
No. Tons of free parking.
Yeah. How about the space?
You're not going to be askew.
There's no meters there. It's just a parking lot.
Big, wide spaces.
They've got breakfast
You got
burritos.
a huge truck.
They got chicken fried steak, which is what, Bill?
Smothered.
It's smothered. Banana pancakes, blueberry pancakes, cinnamon roll pancakes.
Strawberries.
And, of course, the world famous hash holes.
Hash holes.
Hash holes.
That was good.
Thank you, Jake.
Stop by 19th and K. Also locations in Omaha and Iowa. Early Bird open.
Won by 19.
Every day.
Screw you.
6:30 to 2:30. When we come back, there's a team in the playoff hunt that nobody is talking about. What team is that? Next on Early Break of the Tickets.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Sandhills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
At Fairway Meat Market, you're family, and as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Now, through Thanksgiving on November 28th, buy $50 in fresh meat and get a frozen turkey up to 14 pounds for free. Also, whole Carver ham for $4.48 per pound, boneless turkey roast for $4.77 per pound, and Busch Light 30 packs or Michelob Ultra 24 packs for $17.99 each when you buy 2. That's all at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
Landmark Implement, your local John Deere dealer, invites you to attend our upcoming Parts and Service Expo events. It's the best time to buy parts and schedule inspections all year. Take advantage of specials through December 13th with additional savings the day of your local expo. Find savings on oil and filters, gifts for under the tree, and pre-ordered John Deere parts. Visit with our trained and certified technicians and sign up for our winter service specials. Visit landmarkimp.com for a complete schedule and experience the Landmark difference.
Midwest Bank invites you to celebrate with us. Join us for our Christmas open house on Friday, December 6th at our 70th and Pioneers or 27th and Jamie Lane locations. We'll have cookies, coffees, and apple cider waiting for you, along with the chance to enter our raffle for some wonderful prizes. Come share the holiday cheer with us. We can't wait to see you there. Happy holidays from Midwest Bank. Learn more at www.midwest.bank. Member FDIC.
Mulberry Barbecue is Lincoln's leader in great barbecue, but also is a great choice for your Thanksgiving meal. They have packages available for a hot meal pickup on Thanksgiving Day from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. to take all the cooking stress out of your day. Call the store for details or to schedule a pickup at 402-937-7114 at 11th and Cornhusker Highway. That's 402-937-7114. Mulberry Barbecue.
Confidence on the field begins with confidence in your fit. And nobody fits the polar bear like Gary Michaels. From off the rack to custom made to measure, the Gary Michaels team can tackle any hard-to-fit man and make him feel like a champion. For style, affordability, and the finest clothes from here to Italy, it's got to be Gary Michaels. Take it from the polar bear. Get your best look today at Gary Michaels.
Gary Michaels Clothiers, 56th and Pine Lake Road, Lincoln.
At Farm Bureau Financial Services, we strive to provide you with the right coverages for all your insurance needs by taking the time to meet with you and review what coverages best fit your needs. So whether you're in the market for home, auto, farm, business, life, or a combination of any of these coverages, we can help with making sure you, your family, or your business have the right coverage based on your individual needs. If you would like to review your insurance needs, please contact Ben Spurt with Farm Bureau Financial Services at 402-217-9945 or through email at ben.spurt@fbfs.com.
At Koppel Chevrolet GMC, we are thankful for so many things this year, starting with our great employees, a generous community, our military personnel, and most importantly, our loyal customer base that continues to drive that money-saving mile of Louisville. Hi, this is Sean Callahan, and on behalf of everybody at Koppel, we want to wish you a happy Thanksgiving and safe travels to wherever they may take you. Happy holidays from Koppel Chevrolet GMC.
Fall is here, which means it's time to dive into a new lineup of autumn flavors at Wings and Rings. Your home away from home during football season. Their all-star lineup of wing sauces is adding 2 new impact players, curry garlic and pumpkin chili. Need something delicious before kickoff? How about starting your meal with their brand new chorizo nachos and loaded fries? You better act fast. These new tastes of autumn won't be here long. So make the trip to one of their 2 Lincoln locations today on O Street or Village Lane.
This is former Husker and NFL linebacker Jay Foreman. For years, I've suffered from degenerative problems in both of my ankles, but thanks to a thorough and thought-out plan provided by Advanced Medical Imaging, I was able to get my life back with the least amount of pain as possible. While working through multiple options, the team of physicians at Advanced Medical Imaging were there to answer any questions I had. If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard.
Well, good morning, little brother. It's Early Break. Weekday mornings from 6 to 8 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Segment 2 is always sponsored by our friends at Beck's Hybrids Farmers. We know that volume discounts are a major factor in ordering seed. Oftentimes discounts are lost buying from multiple brands, but Beck's has the most diverse lineup in the marketplace. Go to beckshybrids.com for a full farm quote, and always remember the 3 F's: faith, family, and farming at Beck's Hybrids.
Let's just talk about what we're thankful for. I'm thankful for Trevor. I'm thankful for Trevor.
Among other things.
He's changed our lives.
Yeah,
he really has. He's changed our lives. And
Trevor,
just think about that. If you drove by Goner 2 years ago, maybe.
Yeah.
There was nothing. There was no Beck's. There was no Beck's signs up around in the farm. He's changed Nebraska. Think about that. And guess what? I'm thinking about right now. When Beck's got on board with 93.7 The Ticket, what happened? All of a sudden, Huskers are bowl eligible.
Yeah.
Think about that.
Not a coincidence.
It's not a coincidence.
I'm thinking about it right now.
So if you guys get a chance, text Trevor and thank him. I'll tell you what.
Postseason.
Hang on. I'll give you his number.
Are you going to do this?
Yeah, I'll give you his number.
Trevor, this is for thank you for the postseason. This is because of Beck's and Trevor.
Yeah, let's get this out there. So please text Trevor and thank him to be able to get this done for us right there. Make sure you double check this number here. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, all right.
402-381-2719. 402-381-2719. That's Trevor with Beck's Hybrids, and he's the reason that we're going to a bowl game. So we thank him for that.
381.
Yes.
381 is the middle.
Yes.
Yeah. All right,
Trevor and Beck's just making things happen.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Is it cold in here?
No.
Yes, we're always cold.
You don't have a jacket on. You have a T-shirt on. That's why. Look at jacket, T-shirt.
I always go jacket.
Bill and I talked earlier, as you get older, you get cold. You just feel cold all the time.
That's just breaking news to you now.
Just
listen to that.
I'm just making sure.
Sensitive.
Screw you.
I'm still fired about yesterday over here on these airwaves.
You've been really hard on me, Jake.
Jake, you have been. You've been really attacking people.
I'm not attacking him. You just tried to rain on the parade yesterday.
Yeah.
It's fine.
By reporting news.
Sometimes news can be condescending.
Stop it.
Can be.
All right, what do you got over there,
Well,
Spark?
I was thinking yesterday that I know we have mentioned this team a couple times on these airwaves, but I don't think the nation is really talking about maybe the most dangerous team right now in college football. Notre Dame.
Oh, Notre Dame.
Notre Dame. Notre Dame is killing teams left and right. They've had one close game since that loss to NIU. They beat Louisville 31-24. Otherwise, it's been all curb stompings by the Fighting Irish. The offense is rolling. The defense is rolling. They have just crushed teams since mid-September, and no one really talks about them at all.
They're the 5th seed probably right now. Also banged up like you can't believe. They're probably one of the most injured team there is. The O-line, I think they've lost. I think they're down 2 or 3 starters. They're down. So the pundits keep talking about this is incredible how they're keeping this together with some of the injuries that they've had on the team. Now they've had an easier schedule.
Okay.
But still, but when you play in an undefeated Navy and an undefeated Army, and you just beat them by like 40 points, it's not. The game was over in the first quarter, both of them.
Yeah, they beat at that point 24th ranked Navy 51-14, and then last week they beat 19th ranked undefeated Army 49-14. Never a game, as Bill said. Never a game.
It was over in the first quarter, but it's like, no, this isn't even going to be a game.
So they'll be a 5 seed, and they'll have a first round game in South Bend.
In South Bend game. How about that? All of a sudden, it could be an SEC. Tennessee's rolling into Notre Dame.
Ooh,
how does that look? How does that look? Oh man,
must watch.
I mean,
there's incredible if you
right
think
now.
About
Because Penn State's is their 4th, right?
Yes.
But they're not going to be 4th.
Well, you don't think so?
No, there's no
they
chance.
gotta win the conference.
They can't be a 4 seed. So they're going to get a home game at Penn State also. So any of these games are
amazing.
Yeah.
Notre Dame home game, Penn State home game, cold weather.
Yeah. I've talked about this. We talked about it on Bill Searles. The epic fail of college football of taking this long to get to 12 games, because the games this last weekend that mattered, because you know what? Ole Miss, Florida, nobody would have cared about.
No.
Because because Florida had losses and Ole Miss had 2. They're not going to the playoffs.
The only pushback I have is I don't remember. Now, when I was a kid, I wasn't complaining about college football. No, that was the 70s and the 80s.
But
better times.
But the games.
But we weren't sitting. It's interesting though. We weren't sitting around clamoring for a playoff, really.
No, it started for a long time. Well, you're right, though. I'm just like watching it. But at the same time, the reason that also with that when things started to change,
I just like
was now they're able to keep people interested, because there's so many games this last week that nobody really like. Hey, that's an incredible game. What's it mean? It means they're going to go to an Orange Bowl that everyone's opting out of. That's what it means. And so now it's like, no, that's why, it will be at 16 in 2 years.
Yeah, it should be too.
Yeah, it should be.
I think it should be.
And then also the conversation of right now with all those 3-loss SEC teams are like, we should be in. So now it's awesome. It's just great conversation, because right now, what would be the conversation if it's 4 teams? Not a great one.
Wouldn't be a one.
It'd be kind of like, okay, Ohio State, Oregon's in, SEC champion in, and one other. That's it.
No, I agree with you. I agree with you on that. The only thing I disagree with is there was, I don't know what the timing was when we started saying, God, they need to expand the playoff. But when we were coming up, 70s, 80s, I was just fine with the system. It was fun for some reason. And then it all of a sudden evolved. But it's where it should be, except with a few more teams.
There's still there's still 20-something teams. 22, 24 teams alive for the 12 spots.
Have you shaken out the SEC? What's going to happen? Is Alabama going to get in?
Well, it'll be really hard. I have studied it a bunch. I love studying the tiebreakers in the garage. Georgia's already Georgia
and Tennessee probably in, right?
Georgia, Tennessee. I said the Gator Chop. They hit the home run. They just got to beat. They were out, and their fan base went nuts.
They went nuts.
They just sat back and watched teams fall.
And they played UTEP, and they did the Gator Chop in their stadium, thanking the Gators for that loss. And now now they have to beat Vandy, and they're in. Okay. And then and Georgia is they're not in.
Not in for sure.
Not in for sure. I said, because if it goes to
Georgia has 2
Georgia
losses,
Tech,
right?
They have Georgia Tech, which could be a loss, but it'd be hard. But Georgia Tech's good enough to beat them.
Sure.
And then in the SEC championship game, the big thing has been said.
Oh yeah.
If you get to the championship game and lose, you're protected. That's not true.
They have 3 losses.
Because if A&M makes it, and then they lose, they'd have 4 losses.
Can't put them in.
So you can't put 4 losses in. So there's a lot.
Right?
So right now, the SEC's like going, hey, what they were hoping for was 5. Now they just want to get 4, because they're on the cut line for 3. All of a sudden, the ACC is getting conversation. that they might get a couple teams in.
Mm-hmm.
So all kinds of things going on. And I'm still.
And we wouldn't even know who that is right now.
No.
ACC.
No.
Because there's teams in play. Miami's
is Miami locked in?
I don't know if they're locked in.
SMU's locked in. SMU's locked in.
It should be
their first year in the ACC. They paid their own way in. The walk-ons. They're the walk-ons of the.
They are.
And they have one loss out of conference to BYU. That's it.
I half thought you were going to mention say they were the team nobody's talking
they're
about.
scary. No one's talking about them either. But Notre Dame is the top 5 team.
The most scary 3-loss team between all the ones that just between Ole Miss and Alabama and A&M, it's South Carolina. They've got 3 losses.
They're 8-3. They're ranked 16th right now.
You don't
want to get in.
What's that? They're still have a chance.
They have a chance.
But you would not want to play South Carolina right now. And I heard this from one of the it was a caller on a show I listened to, and he mentioned this, which was brilliant. Florida State gets outed last year. Why? Why'd they get outed?
I don't know.
Because the quarterback got hurt. Period.
Yeah, then they were down.
If they're undefeated and he's healthy, they're in. It's a no. They said it. The people said, yeah, we just outed them because they lost their quarterback. Well, when the game they lost to LSU, which they should have won South Carolina, they lost their quarterback in that game. And so and then they went to Alabama, which is really tough, and lost by 2.
The backup.
And I know the starters played in that game.
Okay.
But I'm telling you right now, you don't want to play South Carolina.
No, they are terrifying right now.
And they have a big and they
over the last month they played great football.
And guess who they play this
half.
weekend?
Who?
Clemson.
Ooh.
And Clemson still got a shot too.
Clemson right now is ranked number 12. They're 9-2 record.
Yeah,
Clemson.
They're 12. So they're on the cusp of they're one of the teams talking about that they could get in
or get pushed out.
Yeah. And so
it's a huge game.
So
in
that's
South
a playoff
Carolina.
game.
Yeah,
it's a playoff game.
The state of South Carolina. That
I would say the winner of that game. It depends on what happens to the championship game. We know that South Carolina can't get in. Probably gets in. They probably get in. That's a quality win against that. That'd be South Carolina beating a number 12 Clemson. That'd be a big win for them. So, like I said, it's crazy. And I'm sticking with my Tulane as the best group of 5.
Ooh,
they are on a heater.
Not Boise.
Yeah. No, not Boise. Tulane is
who else would be in that conversation? Boise, Tulane, anybody else?
That's right now. That's really Army got crushed. Navy got crushed. That's really
it.
And UNLV pretty good, but not not quite the same level.
If UNLV wins the conference, beats Boise, and if that happens and Tulane loses, UNLV would still probably be the team that got in. Which would be
the playoff.
They have a chance. They have a chance.
If they beat Boise, it's the highest rank, and really only the other one that can get them is Tulane.
That's beautiful.
Could you imagine UNLV
in the playoffs?
Think about it.
That's beautiful.
Back to 5 years ago, no way that would ever happen.
No, it's beautiful.
Better times.
When we come back, Bills, Thrills,
Not
Bugaboo
better time.
Tuesday, and Song of the Day next on Early Break of the Ticket.
These are not.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Sandhills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Confidence on the field begins with confidence in your fit. And nobody fits the polar bear like Gary Michaels. From off the rack to custom made to measure, the Gary Michaels team can tackle any hard-to-fit man and make him feel like a champion. For style, affordability, and the finest clothes from here to Italy, it's got to be Gary Michaels. Take it from the polar bear. Get your best look today at Gary Michaels.
Gary Michaels Clothiers, 56th and Pine Lake Road, Lincoln.
Midwest Bank invites you to celebrate with us. Join us for our Christmas open house on Friday, December 6th at our 70th and Pioneers or 27th and Jamie Lane locations. We'll have cookies, coffees, and apple cider waiting for you, along with the chance to enter our raffle for some wonderful prizes. Come share the holiday cheer with us. We can't wait to see you there. Happy holidays from Midwest Bank. Learn more at www.midwest.bank. Member FDIC.
Unearth the secret to long-lasting tires at Tread's Central Tire Pros, a league apart in commitment, service, and expertise. This isn't just about rubber meeting the road, but trust, safety, and surety converging in perfect harmony. This is where expectations are exceeded every time. Make your appointment today at Tread Central Tire Pros, just south of Cortland on Highway 77, or visit our website to explore our services. Remember, when it comes to tires, choose Tread Central Tire Pros because we tread differently.
Hey farmers, if you don't already, you need to get to know the guys at Boyk Farm Outfitters. If you're ready to turn your sprayer into a money-saving smart machine, they can hook you up. If you just want to get your chemicals from some good guys that care about your operations goals, they want to chat. They work with progressive growers all over eastern Nebraska to assist with equipment upgrades and input options. Boyk Farm Outfitters is equipping the modern farmer. Check them out at boykfarmoutfitters.com. That's BOECK farmoutfitters.com.
Are you looking to upgrade or improve the garage door on your home? This is Cameron Hall at Doors Plus. At Doors Plus, we guarantee to offer a wide selection of options from 5 leading garage door manufacturers as we deliver a free estimate, exact measurements, and rapid installation with a 3 to 5 week time frame. When you choose Doors Plus for your residential garage door needs, you'll work with our experienced technicians and be ensured that your new door seamlessly complements your home. Give us a call at 402-590-5800 or visit us online at doorsplusllc.com. Doors Plus, garage doors and more.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Hey everyone, Lance here with Black Label. We specialize in creating custom crafted decks, pergolas, patio covers, and more. Plus, our retractable screens, gazebos, and patio enclosures create the ultimate outdoor retreat. With over 50 years of combined experience, we're not just builders, we're creators of unforgettable memories.
Call them today at 402-730-6333 or visit blacklabelbuilt.com for a free consultation.
Let's turn your backyard dreams into reality.
Black Label Built, built to serve, built to last.
Landmark Implement, your local John Deere dealer, invites you to attend our upcoming Parts and Service Expo events. It's the best time to buy parts and schedule inspections all year. Take advantage of specials through December 13th with additional savings the day of your local expo. Find savings on oil and filters, gifts for under the tree, and pre-ordered John Deere parts. Visit with our trained and certified technicians and sign up for our winter service specials. Visit landmarkimp.com for a complete schedule and experience the Landmark difference.
Everyone should have a collection of something. For some, it's stamps or coins, expensive cars, or even watches. But for a lot of people, it's sports cards. And there's no better way to grow your collection than with the help of Capital City Sports Cards, Lincoln's first and only collector-first sports cards and memorabilia shop. Capital City Sports Cards connects collectors of all ages and demographics with unique collectibles sure to bring any collection to life, no matter the budget. Visit Capital City Sports Cards near 56th and Old Cheney or through their eBay storefront. Capital City Sports Cards, Lincoln's premier sports card and memorabilia store.
John Henry's has a brand new membership club to protect your entire home in one program. With a VIP and a deluxe option, we will help you find the plan that best fits your needs. Receive discounts on services and equipment, priority service, complimentary inspections, and so much more. Protect your home's plumbing, heating, cooling, and electrical systems all in one membership. Call John Henry's to learn more.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air,
and electrical.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. You love to bash his sports takes.
Now, will you feel like an idiot if you're
No,
a big tough?
never feel like an
If
idiot.
you're a big tough guy this morning,
But you really love to voice your displeasure for his music choices.
he stumbled on an issue that I did not think would generate this much passion and discussion.
It's time for Jake's questionable song of the day on Early Break on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Once again, your song of the day from 1969, Ramblin' Gamblin' Man by Bob Seger, 464-568-51 is bad, 10 is good. Text rating on the Sauter Heyman Jewelers song of the day.
69, what was that, Bill?
Better times. Oh, my. I'm verklempt.
What's that mean?
I'm not sure.
Can't breathe.
I'm not sure. Talk about high tea. Heyman,
yeah.
Log in.
I don't know if I'm high tea or low tea.
I don't know, but that was, oh my. I went to a place. Could you imagine being a senior in high school in the 69 Chevelle?
Oh, geez.
Driving around and you pop in the 8-track and you got Rambling.
Oh,
Gambling.
good God.
Could you imagine
I
that?
can't imagine it. It would be amazing.
It'd be amazing.
Yeah.
And then that song also is timeless because we were
Still
listening.
good.
We were listening
Oh.
to that song when I was in high school.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. That wasn't like, it was like, oh yeah. Ben, you just heard something of pure genius.
It was.
I don't
That was early Seeger, really early.
Really early Seeger.
It was released in October of 68. So that's really early Seeger.
Okay, let's go back on this one too. Hey, you guys want to sit in? He's going to record Rambling Gambling Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, imagine sitting in that
Jeez.
studio. Imagine that. Because they're probably, everyone's smoking.
Yeah.
Everyone's got cigarettes going inside the building.
It'd be exciting.
It'd be exciting.
It would, because it'd be exciting because you know that you're going to be famous and rich.
Yeah.
Because that song is going to be good.
When they did that song, they had to walk out of the studio and just go, what did we just do?
You got to let Jake talk more.
It's a nice little ditty.
It's a nice little ditty.
Jake just looks at us sometimes like, what do you guys?
I'm letting you guys revel in the song.
Oh, Jake, high tea.
You know what interesting about that song, guys? Bill, Jake?
Yes.
It's only 2:21, 2 minutes, 21 seconds. Super small, short song.
It gets right to it. There's no prelude for 2 minutes before you actually get music in there and words.
Ooh,
It's right
take a
away.
shot at Led Zeppelin there.
A little bit of a shot
Maybe
at Led Zeppelin.
You're not a Pink Floyd fan. are
Oh
you?
God, no.
No, I would. If
I hate
if
Pink
Floyd was
Floyd.
playing in the hotel next door, I would not go.
I leave the hotel.
would
I
not.
leave the
Yeah,
area.
yeah,
to get me
I
out
got
of
zero
here.
interest in that.
Really?
But Rambling, Bob
I'm not a
Seger.
fan of Pink Floyd either. I'm interested in your guys' disdain.
I think their
for them.
music sucks. I have no regard for Pink Floyd at all.
I'm
None
with
of
Jake
it.
on this. I'm
None
gonna support
of
him.
it.
Okay, well, so let's
Okay,
rate this
but
song.
this is Bob Seger though, not Pink Floyd.
Yeah, it's in the 9s. Jake knows. I mean, remember,
That was a
it was
yeah.
a staple song.
It was
when it was an intro when I used to come on your show as a guest.
when Sip was a guest years ago. That was the Friday intro song.
Yeah.
So we love that song.
9.35 9.3556.
98889.
I thought you might be more 9.8 for you. I was thinking maybe higher than
I like
9 for
it.
your
I love the song.
Talk about one that also instantly jumped.
Mhm.
We were maybe 1 second in, and it was like this. Oh, it's going down.
Well, I do like those songs that just jump
Yep.
into it.
And all of a sudden, I'm just boom.
Right.
Yeah. No prelude.
Right.
Like I said earlier.
Right. Those are interesting songs that do
I
that.
think Ben is going to kind of cater to our that he knows that we really liked it. I don't know if he really liked it himself, but he's going to give it a little bit
Now,
bump.
hold on. He usually doesn't cater.
He does sometimes, I think. 8.
Okay.
I think he's going to go with an 8-1, but it's really a 6-2.
Okay.
7-5.
We'll take a
Good
7.5, Ben.
guess.
We'll
Good
take a
guess.
7.5. Some ratings here
You always
before it gets
guess
to
it pretty
Bill's
well.
Thrills. Guilt Nerd, 7.7 on that one. Someone also said, by the way, there should be a Sonny Beck's Bowl game.
Yes.
We need that.
The Beck's Bowl.
The Beck's Bowl.
The Beck's Bowl.
It makes
That's
sense.
beautiful.
Just soybeans and corn laying around everywhere.
That's just a beautiful
That'd be
sight.
great.
Brett and
You guys get a pile of corn.
congrats.
Soy. What
Thanks
is
for
that?
being
I
here.
wouldn't even recognize soybean. Beck's Bowl. It does make sense. Keep going.
Brett and Bertrand is 6. Chubby Rhino says 0-2 on the week.
Oh my!
You turned that one down.
Bill, you handle this. You handle the Chubby Rhino.
Chubster. I'm telling you, this is that.
What's the deal?
I don't understand it. That song is like one of the highest ones of
What's the
all my
deal?
time here.
He's having a bad week.
Yeah.
That's a bad rating from Chubby Rhino.
What do you want? Some
You want Pink Floyd?
Elton John and Kiki D, or
That's not bad though.
it's not a bad song though.
Don't Go Breaking My Heart.
Don't Go Break is a good song.
Jennifer and Hubby. Jennifer 9, Hubby 8. They say wow also.
Wait a second. What?
9 from Jennifer, Hubby 8, and a wow.
Wow.
Is the regard.
But that's right in their era. They
It
had
is.
this 8-track. Text in. Did you guys have this 8-track? They had to have
Jennifer
this
Hubby, did you have the 8
There might have been a little dancing in the household.
It might have been. I bet there was.
I hope
Kitchen?
so. 5.1, Ryan in California. Who Clemens? Bird, 2! A freaking 2 from Bird.
Bird, you're...
Yeah.
Oh.
Bird, you let us down, Bird. That's a bad score.
Why would he only
I
give
don't-
that a 2?
I don't know.
That's bad.
My heart rate is still elevated.
Hey, why does Bird give that a 2?
I don't know. We've been so proud of Bird, and Bird failed.
Seeger's got a lot of great songs, though.
Yeah.
You know that? You know that?
Oh, he's got some
He
songs.
does.
Kurt in Northern Kentucky, toe tapping 7.9. Isaac, great energy 8. Thomas in Ankeny says 6.7. Pops in Minnesota a 6. Kiffin in Columbus 6.5. Jared from Ord 8.1. Husker Rick 7.5. And someone says thank you for the take on Pink Floyd. By the way, a lot of people supporting anti-Pink Floyd, which means we're all in the same boat here, which is great.
Pretty much all in the same
Can you
boat.
imagine all of a sudden like that? All right, let's crank it up here before we take the field, guys. What do you want to throw on quick? Grab a Pink Floyd cassette.
Well, that's gonna be a loss. That's an L.
What about the song
a low,
Money?
slow song for 9 minutes? Let's play this for a while.
I'm pumped up to play.
Come on, there's got to be Pink Floyd fans out there. I'm not one, but there's got to. They're out there because they're very.
Ben
popular.
would not like Pink Floyd.
No, Pink Floyd is terrible. Jennifer Hubby says, of course we had the 8-track for Bob Seger.
Oh.
Of course.
Is Corey still with us? Do you ever see
Corey gave it a 1. That's why I don't want to bring the mood down, but he gave it a 1.
I can't believe this.
Corey a 1 and Bird a 2.
I'm genuinely surprised. I'm not even joking around. I'm a little surprised.
If somebody would have said, "Hey, gun to head, what's Bird going to go?" I'd have said 7.
And you went with the 2.
I love gun to head.
Once again, your song of the day again was "Rambling Gambling Man" by Bob Seger of 1969.
You're gonna put a gun to my head.
Screw you.
It is time to play. Not the
gun
show.
to head.
I'm sorry. It's time for Bill's Thrills. It's Bugaboo Tuesday. What's bothering Bill? Let's find out.
Some call him the most interesting man in the world.
That is setting up the morel mushroom
Yes.
bonanza.
Oh,
yeah.
this is gonna be bonanza?
Mushrooms grow better with thunder and lightning.
Others call him Coach. But to everyone else, he's Bill.
I want to get one of those military ab stimulators for us to wear during the show. You see, I sent it to you today.
It's time for Bill's Thrills on Early Break. Sponsored by Dirk, Scott, and Ty at Mid-Plains Advisors.
Yes, as always, Bill's Thrills sponsored by Dirk, Scott, and Ty at Mid-Plains Advisors, the ATMs, the cash cows of Lincoln. Please call them at 402-730-7387 for a free consultation to plan your financial future today. It is SIP's favorite day of the week, which is Bugaboo Tuesday for Bill. What is bothering you today?
Things that bother me. I'm furious with college football.
Oh, you're not.
I'm furious with it. TV coverage and fans and everyone, be better. Be better. The lack of love for the lowers. The lack of love for the lowers.
Mm-hmm.
The FCS gets zero love except for the teams and their fan base. And wow, is it good? The lower levels get nothing. The FCS, no one talks about them.
Nope.
No, not a word. Not when they're going to be on TV.
Nope.
What's going on? They're the inventors of the playoffs. They've been doing this for like 50 years.
Yep.
Everybody goes, "Oh, we can't play more games." Well, really? Because the FCS does it all the time.
They do. It's true.
And so why can't they play it? I'm going through this thing. It's like, why in the world are they not getting more attention? Here's what I love. The cold is the cream of the crop. The cold is the cream of the crop. The top four seeds. Montana State, 1.
Cold.
North Dakota State, 2.
Super cold.
In a dome.
Almost in
Cold.
dome, but almost Canada. You're still living in Canada. South Dakota State, 3.
Cold.
Brutal cold. Jackrabbits go. South Dakota, 4.
You're kidding me.
So
Dome,
we
but
have
still cold.
the Dakotas have 3 of the 4.
Man.
And everybody says, "Oh, you can't win up north." Guess what? There's FCS teams all over the South.
Yep.
They're everywhere. It's not like there's not teams in Texas and Georgia.
So why do the cold weather teams do so well?
cold weather team? I mean, who's the most dominant team in the history of the FCS?
North Dakota State.
North Dakota State. And people say, "Oh, they play in a dome." If you go outside, it's 60 below zero.
In May, it's cold. I was in May
oh.
there one time, and I was like, "Oh boy,
Hey, it's
It
horrible."
sucks.
You're
Cold in
almost
May.
you're almost in Canada. You're almost in Canada, and they're just kicking ass. It's
went
just
to a Hooters."
yeah.
That was the
Fargo.
Fargo Hooters.
They've been,
I'm not going to ask anymore.
Keep going.
They're going to play. They've been playing a bracket forever. They've been doing this system that the Power Five's doing now, or Power Four is doing now, but they get no attention. And then when it's on TV, when you watch it, it's really good football. It's really good football. And for this not to be on this football, it would be better than even watching Maction football during the week.
Ooh,
if all of a sudden
shot at Mac.
Not really,
not really shot.
Not a shot, but
just but
you would love to see these games. Also, it's incredible. I mean, Montana State's the 1 seed. Who in general is known as the power? Montana. Oh, that's got to be. They just crushed Montana last week. Just crushed him. North Dakota State. I brought to Jake there, Dave. How's it going? Where would you rather be? And maybe it's just personal preference, but their head coach left to the linebacker coach for USC, and they're going to be a 6-6 team, and then their team has a great chance to be national champions if it goes down. I mean, so
I wonder what he'd say.
I don't know. I mean, because first of all, they don't pay you enough at USC for it to be a great deal
because you're living
in LA. What it costs to live there is just insane.
It's insane.
And so you don't have the benefits of, I had to do it for my family because the money was just so much more.
No,
that's not the case.
Oh, and you got to live far away.
Yeah. And you're driving. I mean, imagine driving to work, trying to drive to the Dome in North Dakota State, or driving to USC.
Think about that. I'm serious.
What the traffic is like. It's 6 lanes both ways.
No, I remember when Jay Norvell took a job. Remember he became an assistant at UCLA?
Yeah.
And he would leave his house at 4 a.m.
Yeah.
Because it took so long to get there. Now, if you were the head coach, it'd be better. But assistant, no, you're not making enough.
So Jim Savota, better times. Jim Savota was at UCLA, assistant, and then offensive coordinator. And I think it was Sunday.
At UCLA?
Yeah, it's Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, he slept in the office. Because the traffic, the main thing wasn't like, well, no, we're just working. So we're out working everybody. You couldn't go home because by the time you got home and had to get back up, you were right because you had to beat the traffic.
No, thank you. Thank you.
When I recruited New York City, I would when I was at Rutgers, I would have to leave my house at 4 because I had to be through a tunnel or over a bridge before 5 a.m. Had to
because if you weren't,
now you weren't getting to a school.
That's some stress.
It was. So you would I'd get to a high school in New York City at maybe 5:45 in the morning.
And then what?
And then just sit there and I'd go find like a deli or something and get some coffee or whatever and wait for them to get there. Because if you didn't, if you went on normal time, you weren't going to get there till 9 o'clock in the morning. So you had to leave at that time. So how that all works out.
FCS.
Better times. God,
FCS.
Watch it. It starts. So it's fun because it starts. I was actually at Northern Arizona. We made the playoffs. And so
that was in
about 94, 95, 94.
I always liked
94, 95.
94. He was in that's where he was in Northern Arizona.
And we lose to Furman on a we have a CQ exchange, center quarterback exchange problem. We didn't know our quarterback was concussed. Didn't know he was concussed. We have a CQ exchange, and then we lose the ball. And they end up scoring. We beat them, which stinks because if we'd have won, we'd have went to Marshall and played Randy Moss. We'd have went to Marshall.
FCS?
Yeah, because Marshall was FCS then.
Marshall played on FCS.
Yes.
Or,
no, they were
excuse
FCS.
me, Moss.
Randy Moss.
Moss.
When he got booted out of Florida State, he went to Marshall
And played for FCS.
Yeah,
Interesting.
tore it up. I couldn't imagine how much fun that would have been because I'm sure I'd been like, oh, we got this guy. Yeah, we'll glove him up. He'd went for 300 against us.
Every game.
He'd have crushed us.
Glove up Randy Moss.
Yeah, it'd have been. I'm sure I said, he's kind of big, but kind of, I think we can get into him. Best receiver maybe in the history of the NFL. Anyway, FCS is incredible ball. Incredible ball. Now they have a weird scenario too.
What?
They play these playoffs out, and I think the playoffs end about right before Christmas. And the championship game then is not until like January 15th.
Is that right?
Yeah, they pick a date that where it kind of gets you get the attention. It's in Frisco.
It's a Saturday usually.
Frisco, Texas.
Frisco, Texas, and it's a really cool setting for it. But anyway, I'm a fan of the FCS. Playoffs are starting. Oh, Idaho, they're in it. Yeah, they're like Idaho's the 8th seed. We started off with them this year with their close game against Oregon.
They did.
So they're in the heat. Cold. God, I love it. FCS football.
Beautiful. And
anyway,
that's something for people to follow if they want to. I don't know why I don't. Because I'm Nebraska centric. Jake?
Well, you can pay attention to FCS. It's good football, as Bill said. It's fun to watch.
You can't find it, though, right? It's hard to find on TV.
Hard to find. Well, right now, a lot of it will be on ESPN Plus. The Plus will get playoff games. And sometimes you get ESPN 2 or news or
Yes.
whatever will
Yeah,
carry
yeah.
one of those late games, a late night game. They'll have them do it.
Thank you, Bill.
When we come back, hour 2, a big question for the Breakers regarding your travel to the bowl game. Are you going no matter what, or does it depend on the Iowa result? It's up next in Early Break in the Ticket.
Well,
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Sandhills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you a skilled mechanic looking for your next big opportunity? Constructors is hiring. We're looking for experienced mechanics to join our family-owned team. We offer competitive wages, great benefits, brand new service trucks, OEM-level diagnostic software, and career growth opportunities. Positions include lead and A-level mechanics for our shop and multiple field technicians. If you're driven and ready to grow with a company that's been around since 1908, apply today at constructorslincoln.com.
Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket as soon as the clock hits 0 for the Jay Foreman postgame show. Listen to expert analysis from the Husker Hall of Famer, an 8-year NFL veteran, for 90 minutes after the game. The Jay Foreman postgame show, sponsored by Anderson Ford, Tanner's Bar and Grill, Tavern 180, Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Vinnie Kreekak of State Farm Insurance, and Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
The Serve Nebraska Volunteer Service Commission was created to ensure that community service would always be a priority in our state. I'm Governor Jim Pillen, and this year, I'm inviting you to help celebrate Serve Nebraska's 30th year by becoming a volunteer. Our state's best resource is its people. You have the potential to make a significant impact. Thank you.
Sponsored by Serve Nebraska, aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Cyber threats are everywhere. When is the last time you stopped to think about how you're protecting your business from potential data breaches, phishing scams, or ransomware? It's time to make cybersecurity a priority for your business. At Hamilton, our unmatched expertise and cutting-edge technology goes beyond basic defense, providing proactive, tailored solutions that keep your data, network, and digital assets protected. Better protection, better cybersecurity with Hamilton. Visit our website at hamiltonisbusiness.com to learn more.
On game day, every play counts. Now imagine having the same level of control in your field. Valley is where farming meets end zone efficiency. With AgSense remote irrigation technology, farmers become the MVPs of their fields. Real-time, play-by-play control means you're always ahead of the game. Score big with simplified irrigation technology from Valley, improving your life both on and off the field. Find your local Valley dealer at valleyirrigation.com.
Rosie Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road.
Midwest Bank invites you to celebrate with us. Join us for our Christmas open house on Friday, December 6th at our 70th and Pioneers or 27th and Jamie Lane locations. We'll have cookies, coffees, and apple cider waiting for you, along with the chance to enter our raffle for some wonderful prizes. Come share the holiday cheer with us. We can't wait to see you there. Happy holidays from Midwest Bank. Learn more at www.midwest.bank. Member FDIC.
The dangers of secondhand smoke are well known. But what about secondhand aerosol, which is created when using e-cigarettes? Science already shows a secondhand aerosol can contain nicotine, heavy metals, and cancer-causing agents. Eliminating exposure to secondhand aerosol is an important step to keeping everyone safe. Breathe easier knowing the facts.
For help quitting, call the Nebraska Tobacco Quit Line, 1-800-QUIT-NOW, 1-800-784-8669. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Finally, a good reason to have a smart house. Just say, Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket, and we'll magically start playing. How's it work? Nobody knows. Don't ask questions. Wake up, Lincoln.
I overslept. Damn rooster didn't crow.
It's time for Early Break, sponsored by Midwest Bank. Live from Lincoln, America. Here's 93.7 The Ticket's Jake Sorensen.
I'm wrong, but I'm not.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
If I were a feral cat.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Busch.
You get one team. Mine's the Houston Oilers. I'm not the Texans, and I'm not the Titans, so I'm out.
This is Early Break.
Welcome back to Hour 2 on a Tuesday. Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, Bill Busch on Early Break. Hour 2 is always sponsored by our friends at Midwest Bank, member FDIC. Location in South Lincoln at 27th and Jamie Lane, also at 70th and Pioneers. And what's happening today with Shin Daddy in Creighton, Bill?
Fitness.
No.
You're going to like this one, I believe. I'm not sure. 'Tis the season for Thanksgiving. 'Tis the season for Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Let's think. Let's bank. Let's plank.
Ooh, wow. The triple rhyme.
Home improvement loans. Here's how it starts off. It starts off, you can go up to $100,000, but the loan starts at
Brilliant.
The loan starts at 24%. 24%.
What?
Yeah, at 24. But every 12 seconds takes off a percentage while you're planking. So every minute takes off 5%. I want you to think about that.
That's hard, though. A minute.
It's hard, but you could plank your way down to an interest-free loan of $100,000. And so Shin Daddy will be there. They have he has a stopwatch.
This is the best one he's ever done.
Amazing.
He's got a stopwatch, and you get a plank.
An old-fashioned stopwatch.
Old-fashioned stopwatch, absolutely.
Not a phone stopwatch.
Not a phone stopwatch.
Okay.
Yeah, around his neck with a whistle. And
the headline, you'll never top the headline.
Let's think, let's bank, let's plank.
Are you drinking when you do this?
Ab Fitness. This is all in the garage. It's all happening in the garage.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
That is. You'll never top this.
Starts off at 24%.
So just enjoy it.
So you have to sign up though. It's like you have to name your loan first. Say, okay, I'm gonna go 75,000. And you start at 24%. So if you're out after a little bit, it's like, oh, you just got a loan.
Have you ever done a plank?
Oh yeah, that's the big. And your whole body's shaking.
It could go backwards for somebody if you have a short plank.
Yeah,
very expensive.
It could be very bad. It could be very bad.
Jake can do like a 3-minute plank.
Oh, I'm sure he could. Yeah,
he can. It's crazy.
Yeah,
a minute, I'm tapped out.
You could do a minute. Come on.
Oh, barely. I mean, it's hard.
You could do it though.
Yeah.
I imagine a bunch of CrossFitters are coming in this morning. Hey, come on.
Okay, so at Creighton again, one more time.
'Tis the season for Thanksgiving. Let's think. Let's bank. Let's plank.
That just is.
Shin Daddy.
Imagine you're coming in to do some banking and someone's doing a plank with Schindler time
What's
in
a
them.
ladies' plank?
And people screaming over there. Their husbands screaming at them to get the loan down. Come on, hold it longer. Come on. Give up. 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes. We can get the kitchen redone.
The percentage is too high.
We can get
more.
Longer. Oh, the excitement in the bank today.
That is going to be really exciting.
Yes.
And loud.
A lot of cheering.
A lot of grunting in there.
I'm telling you, the first thing I would do when it got going a little bit, I'd say, play Bob Seger, Ramblin' Gambling Man.
Over and over.
Over and over. Loop it.
Oh, that's going to be a day.
Big day.
Thank you to Shin Daddy for bringing
plank.
fitness to Thanksgiving week in Midwest Bank. He's a good man. He's a genius.
I just amazed.
And an entertainer.
Yeah.
Both. What he does.
All right. Get into this bowl.
464-5685. Call or text as always. I'm curious about Nebraska fans and the bowl game. We all know this is the first time since 2016 Nebraska is bowl eligible. The question I have is, are Husker fans, you the Breakers, are you going to the bowl game no matter what happens versus Iowa, no matter where it's at, or does it depend on how this game goes and where the bowl game is at?
Well, the bowl situation is this. I'll set it up this way. It is pretty much, it's going to be one of 4. It'll be either Tampa, Nashville, Charlotte, or Phoenix.
So pinstripes out.
Pinstripes out.
And Detroit.
Michigan will go to the Michigan will go to the pinstripe. In fact, Michigan officials are visiting the pinstripe this week. Michigan has a bigger alumni base in New York than they have in Michigan. I mean, a lot of Michigan alums go to New York.
You just leave.
Hoity-toity. Detroit's not. I mean, Nebraska's not going to Detroit. It'll be one of those four. And if they beat Iowa, it would probably be. You could almost bank on Tampa. Even if they would lose to Iowa, Nashville's in play. You could go to Charlotte. It wouldn't be great for Rule, obviously. But not. I mean, people keep saying that to me. I'm like, isn't that kind of far enough removed, that whole Carolina thing, that wouldn't be? I don't think. I personally don't think it'd be a big deal.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
I'm not going to go there and write about what happened in Carolina.
So
those are the options, guys. Those are the options.
I would say that the smart move would be right now. So but such a great job getting it locked up this last week.
Mm-hmm.
I think it should be a standard issue conversation right now of Christmas. Like, hey, listen, we're not doing gifts. We're going to the bowl game.
Oh, for fans.
For fans, for families.
Interesting, yeah.
It'd be a great plan. Be like, hey, listen.
Some can do both.
Yeah, some can do. But I'm saying it should be a great conversation of like, hey, here's what we're doing this year. Here's what we're doing this year. We're not doing gifts. We're going the bowl game.
We're
going the bowl game. The difference is on these are almost all undrivable.
Right.
That's a
Nashville,
little bit different.
probably.
Nashville's not bad.
12 hours.
Is that 12 hours?
How far was it to San Antonio? Because a bunch of people drove to San Antonio.
That's probably about 12
I
hours.
thought
too,
12. That's a drive. Nashville's kind of a drive, but
Nashville
They're
would be
both 12.
would definitely be drivable.
It's feasible.
Yes.
Long drive, but feasible.
Yes.
you're heading south, so you might avoid weather. So that's it. I mean, it's a pretty cut. It's cut and dry. There are probably four different ones.
Yeah. Here's some response from the Breakers. Sean in Omaha says airfare to Tampa is ridiculous right now. Maybe they're
high.
Yeah, it's high. Very, very expensive. So maybe that's what they're expecting that potentially to be where Nebraska goes. Downtown Scott says it depends a little more on when more than where, because the 26th is a potential date for a bowl game. That's tough with Christmas.
Right.
But like Bill said, if you don't do gifts and that's the Christmas, then that's not a problem.
What would be a better Christmas? Christmas is about where you're. That would be if I was a kid. Say I'm 14 years old, and we're like going, hey, listen, for Christmas this year, we're not going to Grandma's. We're going to Tampa.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you do cartwheels. You would do cartwheels. You would not be like, well, what do you mean? We're gonna have turkey, aren't we? Oh, who cares? Like that. It's not a big deal. So it's not a. Yeah, so I'd imagine, like I said, that the crowd will be tremendous, and it should be. Here's how I look at it. There's been this conversation, and I was gone for a lot of it, of the bowl game. Okay, you got it. So that's what we've been wanting. That's been the conversation.
Right.
The conversation this year was like, hey, we could start 7-0, we could do this, but still the number one thing was the bowl game.
Mm-hmm.
That was the number one thing. You got the number one thing.
So go.
Show up.
Yeah, and these are good ones. I mean,
they're all good. Yeah,
this would be good.
This is not Detroit.
Now Phoenix would be December 26th, which now that does mess with Christmas. The other ones are
unless you make that Christmas.
Yeah. I don't see.
Like Bill saying.
I've spent numerous Christmas Eves with the team.
Yeah.
So my deal was when I first started coaching, I tell my parents, please don't let me be home for Christmas. I want to be coaching in a bowl game.
Yeah.
And so I spent many, at the Orange Bowls down there for all those Orange Bowls I went to with Nebraska. We'd go to Christmas Eve service and I'd go back to the Fountain Blue or back to the whatever the Hilton was.
Not a bad life.
Not bad at
all.
Not a bad life at all. It wasn't like I was never like going, this sucks, man. I'm down here in Miami. Got my own room down here at the 5-star hotel, and I'm gonna go to church and have pizza. That's stupid.
No,
not at all.
It's not stupid. I mean, if you were 8 years old, it'd be stupid.
Yeah,
but not
even that wouldn't be stupid. I would if that went down, I'd be like, no. So I think it should be an incredible fan base, and then I don't know if it matters, but I do think if it were me, some of it would be who we're playing.
Yeah.
If all of a sudden if you draw New Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
I love Bronco. Talked to them the other day. They have a chance that they beat Hawaii to beat a bowl game. That would not be as exciting as
or say Ole Miss in Tampa.
Yeah.
Or A&M in Tampa.
Which would be
or just name a good SEC team.
That's the perfect game. because those guys will be crushed.
Opt out.
They will be.
Would A&M have a bunch of opt-outs?
I don't know about that. I'm never going to say that, but I'm just telling you with what was going on.
Jimbo's guys
with
more apt to stay.
With what was going on, they're not in the right mindset. But if you catch a team like South Carolina, the team you wouldn't want to catch, I wouldn't want to catch Florida.
No,
because
what about Missouri?
Missouri be
that's beatable.
That'd be a good game.
Average.
That'd be a good game, and I don't think there'd be a bunch of opt-outs in it. But you don't want that. The narrative you don't want. You really don't. You don't want to be like last year. I think Georgia was like, this is idiotic for us. They won 60-3, I think it was, over Florida State.
It was something like that.
63-3, yeah.
Yeah, and so that for those guys, for Georgia having their, hey, wait, we're ready to go, and they're playing a team. You go to these events. You go to events with at bowl games with both teams are there and stuff. There's things that go on, and one team is like, hey, where's everyone at? They didn't come to the bowl game. Yeah, we don't even. Yeah, we're just too upset about this.
Yeah.
So you want to have a team on the other side of this that's got an invested team. You really do. You want an invested team because does anybody count Georgia's really like that? Great win, man. That Orange Bowl.
but it was significant in that I think it still is. It hurt Florida State.
No, I agree.
I wonder what it did to their program to lose like that.
Yeah, it's bad. It was bad.
A horrible look.
Florida had it happen to them. Was it 3 years ago?
Yeah.
When Mullins, that team, all after they lost the SEC championship, they all tapped out and they got beat, just got crushed
in the bowl game.
The only guy who played was the quarterback. He's the only guy who played.
It's a bad look. It's that's a college. That's a part of college football that's
because
a little rough right now.
Here's why I bring this up. It's like firing nuclear missiles from a submarine. You both want to turn your keys.
Mm-hmm.
You want both fan bases there. If you go back to, I've had a bunch of really cool ones, but the one I remember at Nebraska, which was incredible, was the Alamo Bowl.
Oh, yeah.
Because
Michigan
it was sold out. It was Michigan, and Michigan brought fans, and Nebraska brought unreal fans.
It was incredibly loud.
It was it was nuts.
It was incredibly loud.
It was nuts.
I think they have an open air press box there, and I just was like, jeez.
The game was absolutely incredible, and then
it was
also
nuts.
And everyone stays on Riverwalk, so the whole
you're pumped up.
It wasn't fun at all.
Place. Yeah, it wasn't fun.
It was ridiculous.
That was the one thing that's really it's a kick in the gut, in my opinion, for the Big Ten.
No,
they're not tied into the Alamo Bowl anymore.
No, I agree.
Yeah, or no, they weren't tied in before because it was Big 12 at that time. But
right.
But you want the other fan base there.
Right.
You want to see fans from the other when you're out doing stuff on the night before or 2 nights before. You want to see the other fan base. And you get to talk to people from a school you've never played.
Yep.
So it's a lot of good stuff.
It's fun.
This is interesting. Drew in Lincoln.
Drew.
There's some yelling involved here. So hang on a second.
Okay.
Drew says,
yell.
He's not yelling. He says, I have no complaints about spending my Christmas at a bowl, but my father-in-law is not going to be on board with that. Don't piss off your father-in-law, says Drew. I don't know.
I don't know. Be your own man, Drew. Be your own man.
That was good yelling, though.
Yeah, it was good
yelling.
yelling.
Trying to voice it for Drew there.
Yeah.
A lot of people want Phoenix.
A lot of people want Phoenix.
It's
I've
really
heard a lot of Tampas.
I've seen Tampa probably about 30%. I think Nashville's about 40% of the text line.
Well, I'll say this. I mean,
I love Nashville.
Broadway. Come on.
You mean Broadway Street?
Yeah, whatever. Is it Broadway?
I've never seen it.
Oh, it's incredible. Me and Laura
I was there, but I never went to Broadway.
Me and Laura went last, whatever it was. We went when Vandy beat Alabama. We were there.
That's right.
In town. That's when I stopped by and saw the Vandy.
I would love to go to Nashville.
Because
would you go?
That'd be my number one.
Because
right now,
you would have,
as
as far as a town, nothing compares to Nashville.
It's incredible.
Because everyone's going to be on one spot.
You've been there before, Sip. You went 8 years ago.
They're going to be on Broadway.
It was good.
That's where everyone's going to be. So
spicy chicken was really good.
Yeah. So
the hot chicken.
It's
called Nashville Hot Chicken. It has its own name. Nashville Hot
Now,
Chicken.
do they still play in the Tennessee Titans Stadium?
They do.
Okay.
Nissan Stadium.
Yeah.
And then you want somebody, again, you want an opponent where their fan base cares.
Yep.
Because you want them to show up. Because then you're on Broadway, you have a blast. You don't go down there and see, hey, let's go down to Broadway and just see nothing but Nebraska fans and sit with my same buddies.
No.
It's not a bad deal. No, I'd like to see the other team there. It's fun to kind of go back and forth. You have your gear on. Yeah.
This is a kind of a sad text from Wyatt.
Okay,
Wyatt says this. I did not think we would make a bowl game before the year, so the Colorado game was my bowl game. Unfortunately, I will not be traveling south for a bowl because of that.
The Colorado game was his bowl game?
That was his bowl game. That was Wyatt's bowl game. It was pricey ticket. Pricey ticket.
Oh, it was pricey.
Hope you enjoyed that.
Was it
bowl
pricey?
game. Yeah, that was an expensive ticket for Colorado. So
I'm going to say, in general, if you have some sort of, if you just don't go overboard, but don't go super cheap either, that if you go, when you turn 65, you'll still be able to retire. I doubt it's going to come back and just say, well, why are you still working? You're 72. I went to that bowl game in 2024 and just trying to recover from it.
I don't even know what bowl game prices are like. I've never been to a bowl game. Are they cheap? Are they pricey? I have no idea.
I would not think
I've
they're
never
very pricey.
looked at a
No,
ticket
it's not.
before.
The flights
they shouldn't be that pricey.
The flights to Tampa, I don't know what those would be. Is there somewhere else you could fly if you're going to Tampa?
Orlando.
Try Allegiant possibly into St. Pete.
Yeah,
just fly
that.
fly into Orlando.
Something like that.
It's like probably a 2-hour drive, hour and a half, 2-hour drive. It's not very far. Fly into Orlando.
I mean, I wonder if you could fly to Tallahassee for cheap, because Tallahassee's only
it's a small
Tallahassee airport's like the Lincoln Airport.
That'd be very pricey.
Could you whip in there? Don't whip in there.
I wouldn't
recommend that.
I've had to whip in and whip out of there a couple times like that, and it was a lot to get back to where I was going.
Pricey.
You guys travel more than I do.
You've been to Tallahassee though recently, a couple years ago.
I can't remember what that flight was. It's a small airport though. You're right.
Well,
like Lincoln.
Before I get to break, we're all happy because bowl game, talking about travels and Christmas. Happy? You know what makes you happy though? Is going to the Christmas lights in Lincoln. Magical lights of Lincoln at the Sand Hills Global Event Center. It starts up on Friday. Black Friday is the first showing.
Friday?
Yeah.
Get your slot.
It goes Black Friday till New Year's Eve.
Oh, so after Christmas.
You get your tickets at ChristmasLightsInLincoln.com. Vinny has an incredible show. It takes 20 to 30 minutes to go
I'm going
to
to say
show.
it's 30 and it's incredible. Jake, had a quick question. Someone was asking me.
Yes, Bill.
How much? So if they're in a car and there's 4 in there, but they add a 5th, is it a lot more money?
Nope.
Why not?
Because it's a price per car.
Per car.
Per car.
Per car.
Per car. It's $30 in the weekends, $25 Monday to Thursday. And here's the deal. If you want to help a charity out in Lincoln, Nebraska, there's a promo code on the website at ChristmasLightsInLincoln.com. If you put Bill and your code, $5 of your entry will go to the White Cane Foundation, which helps clothing for those who need.
And they also do a Christmas package for people in need. I want to know that.
Do they really?
They put a Christmas package, yes.
So
White Cane is really
if you put code SIP, S-I-P, that will go to Cedars, helping young kids in need. If you put in Jake, that will go to the We Can Do This Foundation, helping
We Can Do It.
feeding kids on the weekend. So ChristmasLightsInLincoln.com, 2 million lights at this show. It takes a half hour to get through, and it's a price per car. It's a wonderful time. Get your slot today.
Can we hit one more thing?
Yes, Bill.
You synchronize your radio.
You do.
So when you go
Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Yes. They tell you what the dials when you get there, and you listen to music, and it goes with the lights.
Music goes with, and so when you're driving through, the lights match up with your music.
So just an 8 FM standard radio?
Yes.
AM, maybe?
Yes. Kenwood.
Okay.
This again
But
starts.
you don't need anything fancy.
No, you don't have to go out and get a boom box or anything.
You can buy your tickets now, but the first light show is Friday, Black Friday this week, and then all the way to New Year's Eve.
They're set up out there. They're getting set up right now.
I saw it yesterday.
Yeah.
Do not
go out
miss
there.
it.
You can go out there today and just check out.
Does he need our help? Does Vinny need our help?
He might call us after the show. We'll see.
I could run some wire.
Vinny, give us a call. When we come back,
I don't know if you should be running wire.
NFL winners and losers is next on Early Break on the Ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Midwest Bank on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Nebraska's Christmas Light Show is back and bigger than ever. The Magical Lights of Lincoln Christmas Show runs from Black Friday through New Year's Eve at Sand Hills Global Event Center. Bring the family for a show they'll never forget, featuring over 1.5 million lights. Cost is $25 per vehicle from Monday through Thursday, $30 on Friday and Saturday, and also $30 on Christmas Eve and day. Purchase your tickets online today at ChristmasLightsInLincoln.com and get ready to experience a drive-through light show like you've never seen before.
On game day, every play counts. Now imagine having the same level of control in your field. Valley is where farming meets end zone efficiency. With AgSense remote irrigation technology, farmers become the MVPs of their fields. Real-time, play-by-play control means you're always ahead of the game. Score big with simplified irrigation technology from Valley, improving your life both on and off the field. Find your local Valley dealer at valleyirrigation.com.
you can help fight deadly diseases like RSV and influenza while getting paid for your time. Velocity Clinical Research is now seeking clinical trial participants in your area. Participants can receive compensation for study-related time. No health insurance is needed to join. Find a study near you at velocitytrials.com. That's velocitytrials.com.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
Have you been accused of a crime and don't know where to turn? At Liberty Law Group, we understand that a call to an attorney is a call for help. If you're up against the legal system, you need an attorney you can trust to handle your case with professionalism and compassion. Liberty Law's experienced trial attorneys are committed to the defense of liberty for those accused. Don't let a criminal charge ruin your life. Call Liberty Law at 877-42-LIBERTY. Advocates you need, trial attorneys you can trust. That's 877-42-LIBERTY.
Cyber threats are everywhere. When is the last time you stopped to think about how you're protecting your business from potential data breaches, phishing scams, or ransomware? It's time to make cybersecurity a priority for your business. At Hamilton, our unmatched expertise and cutting-edge technology goes beyond basic defense, providing proactive, tailored solutions that keep your data, network, and digital assets protected. Better protection, better cybersecurity with Hamilton. Visit our website at hamiltonisbusiness.com to learn more.
Landmark Implement, your local John Deere dealer, invites you to attend our upcoming Parts and Service Expo events. It's the best time to buy parts and schedule inspections all year. Take advantage of specials through December 13th with additional savings the day of your local expo. Find savings on oil and filters, gifts for under the tree, and pre-ordered John Deere parts. Visit with our trained and certified technicians and sign up for our winter service specials. Visit landmarkimp.com for a complete schedule and experience the Landmark difference.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see increasing cloud cover throughout the day, and it will be breezy with the high around 46. Tonight, mostly cloudy and calm winds with a low near 30. And tomorrow, we'll see mostly cloudy skies, and it will be breezy again with a high around 41. I'm meteorologist Kyle Tucker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We're on the air.
Back.
Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
To more of Early Break on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We will get to NFL winners and losers in a second. Before that, a quick plug for our friends at Trados, the website, gotrados.com, GOTREDAS.com. Grain marketing gurus, Bill.
I spent time with the president, Adam Ickes, Friday night.
You did?
No, you did. Yes, him and his wife, Lindsay, who also won Dancing with the Stars earlier. Not that night, but earlier in the month. They were both out there and had a great time. He kind of looks like Eric Church a little bit.
Eric Church?
Yes, he kind of looks like Eric Church.
Help me with that.
That's a country music star.
Singer like that, yeah. Smooth-looking dude. And so I had a chance. They were out at our No Shave cancer fundraiser, which was incredible. And also that they did an incredible job of helping with. They did some bidding on items too, which was also incredible. So appreciate that very much. But those guys,
you emceed this.
I emceed. I was emceeing this,
like Bob Barker,
like a little bit like Bob Barker.
That long, skinny mic.
I'd love to have that. I didn't have. I had a different kind of mic.
You were the podium.
I was not really. I was more moving around.
Were you moving around?
I was moving around
in the crowd.
In the crowd like that
with the people.
Yeah. But Adam has a. So he's not even taking Thanksgiving off because because we're in this. Hey guys, the crops are out.
That's true.
Crops are out.
So what's that mean now?
This is go time for them. This isn't go time isn't in May. Go time's right now. So there are bursting silos everywhere. and Adam's in charge of getting that grain to the right location for sales. And that's what he does. Like that's what that company. Here's the deal: free consultation. Why would you not meet with them?
Oh God!
Why would you not sit down like that and say,
it's seriously free? Seriously,
no. Yeah, it is free consultation. He'll sit down. He'll drive wherever. Sit down with you, have lunch, get a chance to talk. From Page, Nebraska, went to Orchard, like that. Fabulous athlete, and
he has a team of
he's probably about 24.
Jeez,
yeah, about 24. Oh, well, here's the deal: they're hiring someone new about every other month because they're in every county
because of bursting silos.
Bursting silos. So that doesn't happen a lot, but it's happened right now because of our great people, at Beck's and out at Holdridge, First Rate Ag. Because of those guys, that's where Adam comes in. So they're all working as a triangle. They're their own three-legged stool.
Wow.
And that's where, like I said, do all the other stuff perfect and sale at a bad time doesn't do any good. Or if you have bad product and you want to sell it, you're not going to get much money because you don't have bursting silos. And now we have silo mania going on in Nebraska.
Silomania.
Yes.
This is awesome.
Learn more about that
at
GoTradeOS.com, spelled GoTredas.com. It is time for a Week 12 edition of NFL Winners and Losers. Are you ready, Sip? You ready, Sip?
I am ready.
Here we go. This is always sponsored by our friends at Führer's Cheese Spread. This is a big week. Thanksgiving, Führer's, great for the table. Then the next day at Iowa City. Why would you not bring Führer's to tailgate for that?
Why wouldn't you? Exactly.
You got to get Führer's. Available in most local grocers. To the winners in NFL Week 12. The Cleveland Browns on Thursday night in a snowstorm. It was like a globe out there. They beat the bitter rivals, the Pittsburgh Steelers, 24-19. It was an ugly game, but it was supposed to be ugly in the snow when you're a 2-9 team going in. The Browns get the big dub, 24-19. Jameis Winston, the game-winning, Nick Chubb had the game-winning touchdown, but Jameis had a big touchdown late in the fourth quarter also.
He's coming on.
That was a packed house. It was freezing, bad weather. Browns fans are the best.
The dog pound.
And they just always get let down.
I'm not joking.
Yeah.
They're good. I'm saying the Browns are the biggest winner this week. Way to go, Jameis. Number two winner last night in the Harbaugh. John Harbaugh once again bests his brother Jim, 30-23. The Ravens big win on the road in L.A. for John Harbaugh and the Ravens.
It's got to be a little bit of something in your craw. Is that right? Kind of like
might stick in your craw.
Yeah.
I think what is it? What would stick in your craw?
I think for Jim Harbaugh.
Well, getting just beat by his brother all the time. Yeah, it would stick in your craw. It would.
Imagine you and Marty head to head.
Yeah, I would get
You're both NFL coaches and you lose. Especially the Super Bowl.
It would get.
Yeah, that's a rough one.
You're just sitting around Thanksgiving. How much fun would it be? Boy,
flash in the ring.
Hey, Jim, I thought you guys had a chance in the third quarter. I remember that. I remember I was nervous myself, but then his parents were like, "Stop it, guys,
John, come on,
John, stop it, just let it go, let it go."
Better than talking about the election, though.
Yes.
Keep going.
30-23. Ravens, by the way, they're fourth.
Okay, we'll talk election.
Ravens' fourth time coming back from 10 points down, winning a game this season, 30-23. They were down 10-zip in that game. Number three, the Miami Dolphins they're kind of hot right now. 30. They were up 31-zip on the Patriots. They win 34-15. They play at Green Bay in the cold on Thursday night.
Oh, what a great game! Jake's going to be there.
I just haven't. It doesn't fully set in.
I hope there's a light snow. I really do. I hope it's got the full.
I think there's supposed to be some light snow.
Jake, have you ever been there?
I have never been to Green Bay.
The most unique thing about this, when you get there, I'm not sure where you're going to be parked when you walk around, but there are homes that were built like in the 40s, 50s, 60s that are literally a block away from the stadium. There's neighborhoods. I mean, they sit in their backyard and the stadium is right there. It's the most incredible setting. It's not like going
Lucas Oil's like that too.
I mean,
it's true.
Is it?
There's some homes
right
by
there's homes right on the parking lot. It's bizarre. Yeah,
it is. So I mean, I couldn't imagine, and I imagine they probably sell parking. Yeah. I imagine they pay park on our yard, and it's probably a nice little income.
Jake's going to Lambeau.
That's freaking me out. He's better than us.
Yeah.
3 straight dubs for the Dolphins now, 5-6. Tua has played great in his return. He has.
I'm glad. I'm happy for Tua.
He struggles in the cold, though. Number 4, the Eagles and Saquon Barkley. They beat the Rams. The Rams 37-20 on Sunday Night Football. Saquon Barkley cannot be stopped. He starts the second half with a 70-yard touchdown. goes for 145 to the ground, or more than that. The Eagles.
No, it was like 2 something.
Oh, so was it 2?
I
sorry.
thought he had 2 something on the ground.
Well, he had a great game.
Maybe I'm wrong. But anyway.
But he's on fire, and the Eagles are 9-2. They can't be stopped.
Jeez.
You don't hear the head coach talk. Remember the first part of the season?
Nick Sirianni.
It's all you heard. They're
Gotta
not connected. Everyone hates him. The players hate him.
owed an apology?
Right now, I think he is.
He should be owed an apology.
I think he is. He's got his team.
They're Sirianni.
Yeah, they're rolling right
you
now.
don't want to play them. You don't want to play them.
The O-line's still very good for the Eagles. Number 5 winner because he can't lose. The Lions, 24-6. It wasn't a pretty game, but they won by 18 points at Indianapolis. 9 straight wins for the Lions. It's their most wins in back-to-back seasons in franchise history. Dan Campbell is a dude, and that team is very, very good and disciplined. Dangerous are the Lions.
I love him as a head coach.
No, he knows what he's doing.
Yeah. He's in charge.
The Lions are 10-1.
10-1.
Usually this is the week they get to showcase themselves on Thanksgiving because they're 3-9. No, hey, they're good. They're showcasing a great product on Thanksgiving.
And who are they playing?
I think is it the Bears?
It used to be. I don't know, but the Lions have played on Thanksgiving Day for what, like 50 years
since we've been alive.
Yeah,
the Lions play the Bears at 11:30 on CBS.
Wow, they're gonna be 11-1.
They should be. To the losers, the New York Giants. They can't do anything right. They were hosting the Bucs and they were incompetent as usual. Never competitive. 30-7 losers to the Bucs. Tommy DeVito, not the answer at quarterback. They are in a world of hurt. Their defense sucks.
Their 40 yards passing in the first half.
They're terrible. I'm sorry to your colleague Robin Washington. That team is unwatchable. They're unwatchable.
Baker was making fun of DeVito.
He did.
Yeah.
He was doing his whatever he does with his hands.
The Italian dance.
Yeah.
Whatever that is.
Thank you, Jake.
Number 2 loser, Commanders special teams. Bill, I'm sure you were losing your mind about this. They missed 2 extra points. Austin Seibert. So the Commanders get an 86-yard touchdown with 20 seconds to go. Horrible defense by Dallas to make it a 1-point game. Now Seibert had missed an extra point earlier in the quarter. And he pulls it left again, 27-26. Now keep in mind also in this quarter, they allowed a long kickoff return for a touchdown when the guy had muffed the kick and went back to get the ball. Kevontae Turpin does a little spin. Whoop! It goes 99 yards for a touchdown.
Berman.
Whoop! Yeah, Chris Berman. And then the next one, the onside kick, the Cowboys returned that for a touchdown also. So they gave up 2 kick return touchdowns in the fourth quarter and missed 2 extra points. And lose by 8.
That's one of those things is that especially in sport, that'd be a rough day.
Yeah. And then 2 returns.
2 returns.
2 kickoff returns for touchdowns, 2 missed extra points.
That's a nightmare.
That's
an
bad.
absolute nightmare.
Commanders lose at home 34-26 to the lowly Cowboys. Bad loss.
Yeah.
That was a 3-3 game at halftime. 24-17 in the fourth quarter.
Nice.
Number 3 loser, the Texans. You can't lose the Titans at home. Will Levis looked like a good quarterback for the first time all year. Texans lose on their home field 32-27 to Tennessee.
Ouch.
That's bad.
That goes back to culture and stuff that Brian Callahan's, because he has his team playing. They could easily be like the Giants, be tapped out.
And
they
played hard.
They're playing, and they lost a game I think the week before. They've had some tough, close losses also.
Brian Callahan. And is Bill coaching there too? I think he is.
Yeah.
O-line.
Coaching the O-line. Yeah.
Number 4. Now this team is beat up and mangled, but still, it's odd seeing the Niners getting their just butts kicked. They go to Green Bay and they got beat 38-10. Now Brock Purdy did not play. It was Brandon Allen played in the game.
Where was Purdy?
He's got a shoulder injury and something. Shoulder and maybe hip also.
Okay.
So I'm not sure what his status
and who's
is going
this
forward.
Allen?
He's been a backup for the Bengals in the past, but
Where's he?
I think he's from Arkansas. I think.
I have no idea.
I believe he's from Arkansas. Hold me to that text line. I think he's from Arkansas. But 38-10 Niners in Green Bay. They get beat by they're 5-6.
They're still in it because the league's so bad. I mean the division's so bad.
The West is bad.
But still 5-6. That's wow.
And
that's surprising.
The final loser team also in the West. The Cardinals have been playing some great football. They did not show up in Seattle. They got beat 16-6 at Seattle. Kyler Murray was not good. That defense was not bad, but they had no offense, which has been very good all season long.
Yeah, they've been
Seahawks now
points.
playing some ball. Seahawks have won back-to-back weeks against the Niners and the Cardinals in division.
They still playoff hunt, right?
Seahawks lead the division right now with
they're
the tiebreakers.
That is a place that you want to go see a game. I've never seen one there, but
I haven't seen one
their
there.
crowd is nuts. Absolutely nuts.
Yeah,
They're probably maybe top crowd in the Browns would probably be one of them. But I mean, crowds, no, it's Seattle, loud.
Okay.
That is your NFL Week 12
Good job, Jake.
winners and losers, sponsored by our friends at Führer's Cheese Spread. Check them out at most local groceries and make it part of your Thanksgiving meal and your Black Friday tailgating for Nebraska, Iowa.
Absolutely.
So,
That's fun, Jay.
This week, by the way, if you're curious, on Thanksgiving, of course, you know Dolphins, Packers, nighttime.
Dolphins-Packers night game.
Yep. Bears, Lions, 11:30 in Detroit on CBS, and the 3:30 game is a snoozer. Giants at the Cowboys.
Ooh.
Take your Thanksgiving nap at that point.
Ooh, yeah. Although Parsons says they're not done. The Cowboys
They're
are not done.
4-7, and they still have Cooper Rush at quarterback.
Yeah, not much to it. I don't know why you'd have that game on, right? Just have it on.
It's on because
that's when you do your
tradition,
family stuff. And
that's nap time, though.
Right. So when are you coming back?
I'll be Saturday. Okay. I'm going to the game Friday, Nebraska, Iowa, and then I'll return Saturday, probably by the afternoon. I'll be here Monday. Don't worry about that. I'll be here Monday.
Oh, I'm not worried about it.
And I'll be on the show Friday via the Comrades.
I'm sorry. All this is getting by me. You're going to the Nebraska game? Are you going to the Nebraska-Iowa game?
Yeah, because that's a 5.5-hour drive from Green Bay. It's a night game.
He's going to
why
both
would
games.
Why would I not go to that?
It's not really directly on the way home, but it kind of is.
Yeah.
I mean, you're gaining time.
Yeah.
I mean, you're getting closer.
Ben, did you know all this, that Jake's going to an NFL game and the Nebraska game?
I did know. I was aware.
I was not aware of any of
Bill
it.
was aware.
I was made
I told
aware.
you on the airwaves like 3 times the last week.
Did you? I didn't. It got by me that you're going to the Nebraska game.
I'm going to, I'll be in Iowa City.
I'll be damned.
So maybe I'll see you there.
Yeah, maybe.
Nebraska fans always show up well there.
They
Even
do.
2 years ago, there was a ton of Nebraska fans. It's really a fun place to coach. It's really, really fun.
Because it's so tight.
So tight. Yeah, it's a venue you want to see. When you come out of when you come out of the tunnel and it's all blacked out and they're that close to you, you love coaching in those places. That's fun. If you're a player, you want to play in that, go on the road and play that. That is fun.
Jake will have fun.
Because the fans are like, when you're talking to the team, or I'm talking to the defense at the time,
they're yelling.
They're right there. Oh yeah, they're yelling that stuff. That ain't gonna work, coach. Oh,
watch this. Yeah, it is. Fire back at him,
I did. I yelled back at him the last time. Because somebody just kind of like, you're an idiot. That's so I was talking to, I think it was the linebackers at the time. I go, hang on a second. I pointed the guy out and I said, be better. You got to do better than just you're an idiot. Have something better. And his friends just busted up laughing.
That's
like
awesome.
That. It's like, just be better.
Be better than that.
If you're going to say something derogatory,
you're an idiot.
Yeah, you're an idiot. That's not good enough.
Wow, nice.
Think about it. I go, think about it. And I'll be back with you after the next series.
Try again. It is time to play the game show.
Oh,
Give
is
us
it
a call
time?
right now at 464-568.
We won.
Your chance to win a business box of bagels to Bagels and Joe. Today's topic is Nebraska kickers of the past.
I have no chance.
No.
And you've done this before.
No, I'm terrible.
And he's done this before.
Well,
I'm terrible.
I'm terrible at this.
I think Bill will be able to help out a couple of these. Maybe
no.
hint, wink, wink. Possibly. Sip, you should feel good about this.
No, because I'll just be mad.
You just run together
I'll
in
be
my
like,
head.
I'll be like, okay, yes, okay, yes.
If you think you know your Nebraska place kickers of the past, please call us at 464-5685. Shut Up Sipple starts right now.
We've all been there. You're listening to the radio, and then that rage starts to grow inside of you. It starts to consume you. It gets to a point where you just want to yell, "Shut up, Sipple!" No, sorry. I'm sorry. Well, here's your chance. It's time to shut up, Sipple. Call now to play. 464-5685. Shut up, Sipple. Brought to you by Bagels and Joe.
The record is 1-0 on the week. You guys are 9 games above 500, 45-36 since the reset.
Okay, we're 9 games over, Bill.
It's almost borderline embarrassing.
I know.
Oh, is this Trevor from Bex?
Let's see. Is this Trevor from Bex on the hotline here?
Yes.
It is. How many texts have you received, Trevor, so far today?
I have enough to get redemption on you guys during this game show.
Okay.
What do you mean?
Oh.
They were thanking you for getting to the bowl game, Trevor. What are you talking about? Come on, Trevor.
I don't know why you need redemption.
Those are happy texts.
Yes, those are happy texts.
Well, Sip, Bill is a lifeline for Sip for one question as always. Right?
How's Trevor? I mean, I suppose Trevor's going to be really good at this.
Yeah.
Because it's Trevor.
Hang on, Rhonda. You're not texting Sonny on the side, are you? For input.
What does it matter if I am?
Oh,
What's the topic even?
Nebraska kickers of the past. If Sonny Beck knows this, I'll be impressed even more by the man.
Probably
the
does.
legend. Legend is Sonny Beck. Trevor, first question goes to you. Here we go. Who was Nebraska's starting kicker in the 2003 and 2004 seasons?
That's it. That's the only clue we get.
What do you need?
Oh, I think I might know
what
this.
What clue would you get? Where he's from or what?
2004. 2004.
The 03 and 04 seasons. What kicker was that?
Did he do
Trevor?
Did he do extra
I
points?
think this was right before, but let's go with Josh Brown.
Okay, wait a second. Now, hold on, Bill. Hold on. I think I can do this. 2003.
Remember, we don't have to take it.
You don't have to take this.
But if you want to guess, I don't care. I'm fine with you. Fire.
I will pass this. Pass.
What were you going to say?
I'm not going to do it.
It was David Dykes.
Ooh, didn't know that.
Didn't know that.
Didn't know that. Nope.
Remember that name at all? Or
yes.
Not? Yeah.
He's from Oklahoma. He's an Oklahoma kid. I remember him.
All right, Sip. First question.
Sandy blonde hair from Oklahoma. I
Sip,
remember.
who was Nebraska's kicker in the 05 and 06 seasons?
Oh, I think I do know. Hold on.
Fire it.
Just give me a second here. I got 5 seconds.
Fine.
What years?
05 and 06.
Would that be Drew Brown?
I think I was just going to guess. I have it.
No, don't say it. It was not Drew Brown. Do you want that, Trevor, or not?
Yes, one of my favorite names, Jordan Congdon. Brilliant!
I had it. I just
Jordan Congdon.
Let me say it. Let me say it. I recruited him.
Oh.
I recruited him.
Well, you didn't let Bill take a guy he recruited, Sip. That's
He didn't
jump on it.
True freshman. He made the field goal against Kansas State.
Jordan Congdon.
Yeah, from California.
I should have known that, by the way, because that was Bill. That was Bill. Oh, it was Bill Callahan and Bill Busch.
Trevor, this is for the win. You're up 1-0. Who was Nebraska's starting kicker from 2014 to 2017?
That I got no idea.
Oh.
That would be. Is that Drew Brown? Brilliant!
Yeah, you're about 10 years early on that guess, if when you guessed him for 05, 06. Drew Brown was 2014 to 2017. So, Trevor, you get redemption. All the text you receive, you get bagels.
But I had the answer. You just blurted it.
Woo!
Yeah, look, he's
Shut
pumped.
up, Sip.
There we go. Trevor is firing at you.
Yeah.
Bill's saying shut up, Sip too.
Thank you for helping us get to a bowl game, Trevor. We appreciate you.
Ask another one.
Have a good day, fellas.
Yep,
Good job, Trevor.
Okay, your last one is this. Who was Nebraska's starting kicker in the 2013 season? One season for this person.
You have to know this. You covered him.
I know.
You saw
I
him
did.
kick every kick.
Sandro DeAngelis?
He was also in like 03, 04.
04, yeah.
That would be Pat Smith. Game winner against
He still
Penn
comes
State.
around, yeah. I just not thinking correctly. I remember Pat Smith drilled that. In fact, he drilled that kick at Penn State after an offside.
In the snow.
He kicked one in and then had to kick another one in.
I'm curious how close Bill will get with this for the tiebreaker. Bill, how many field goals did Alex Henry make in his 4 seasons at Nebraska?
Oh, career-wise.
Yes.
Hard.
4 seasons at Nebraska.
Hard.
Hang on here. Let's see.
Yeah, you got to do the math, kind of.
51.
Zip
Oh, God,
over under
hold on.
51 in his 4 seasons here.
Probably higher.
Yeah, I'll go higher.
What would you have put it at?
57.
How about 68?
Really?
68 field goals.
Yeah, and
I
one.
figured it was somewhere around
He
12
was
a year.
68 for 76, 89.5% for Alex Henry.
See, here's what happens. I should have known Pat Smith. I remember that like it was yesterday when he kicked those 2 field goals at
You were
Penn
there.
State. Yeah.
You watched it.
Yeah.
You described the weather.
Oh, I've
And you
never
knew there
been
was an
cold.
offside.
Yeah.
But and you couldn't
And I
call the
can,
name.
well, if I would have thought about it a little bit more, I've never been colder. Bill would understand this. I didn't bring a jacket, and it was like 17 degrees, and we parked like 5 miles away. And when I got to the car, I did think I was going to die. I mean, I that was as close to death as I've ever been.
And what do you refer to Penn State as when you go out there?
Croatia.
It's Croatia.
Yeah.
It's a hard place to get to.
It
I
is.
mean, it's brutal hard.
That was brutal cold. And Pat Smith is a total dude, Bill. It was brutal cold. He was kicking into the wind. He made one. They were offsides. And he had to make it again. And it was probably 38,
but snowing.
30
and
plus
windy.
yards. Yeah. It was ridiculous. He's a dude.
The spillover is next on Early Break on the Ticket.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Midwest Bank. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hey everybody, this is Chris Beecham from Brand Lincoln Podcast and Perch Merch, your go-to in Lincoln for printing and promotional needs. Speaking of that, we are running a huge hoodie sale now through November 30th to save you big money on great brands. 20% off everything from Nike and Bella Canvas pullovers to Gildan and Port & Company sweatshirts and district fleeces. Get yours for your group or organization today by calling us at 402-217-5212 or go to perch-merch.com.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Cyber threats are everywhere. When is the last time you stopped to think about how you're protecting your business from potential data breaches, phishing scams, or ransomware? It's time to make cybersecurity a priority for your business. At Hamilton, our unmatched expertise and cutting-edge technology goes beyond basic defense, providing proactive, tailored solutions that keep your data, network, and digital assets protected. Better protection, better cybersecurity with Hamilton. Visit our website at hamiltonisbusiness.com to learn more.
We fix basements.
We fix basements.
We fix basements.
We fix basements. We fix basements.
At F Foundation Repair, we've been fixing basements for over 30 years. We're your local foundation repair experts. Our warranties stay here. Our people work here. You can trust us to take care of your home. Go to wefixbasements.com to learn more.
Plains Cover Crop is your one-stop seed shop. Call us now for spring and summer forages, CRP mixes, and fall cover crop blends. We do farm-specific consulting for practical and efficient seed blends to fit your geography and goals. With a very diverse inventory, we will tailor a blend just for you. We're also looking for contract growers, and we buy and sell rye. Find us online at plainscovercrop.com. Timeless agronomy practices paired with modern technology. East Highway 20 in Orchard and across Nebraska.
The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeyman electricians from $32.50 to $42.50 per hour with paid benefits. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring apprentices at $19.50 per hour with paid benefits. Call the office at 402-423-4497 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
For 15 years, Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping has been helping Lincoln become healthier, happier, and more fit through our proven combination of kickboxing, strength training, and nutrition coaching. And to celebrate 15 years of success, we're offering an amazing Black Friday sale for all ticket listeners. You will get the Winter 10-Week Challenge for 40% off and get all of December for free. Start your transformation before the new year arrives. And at the end of the 10-Week Challenge, someone's walking away with $1,000. Come check it out. What do you have to lose? Click on the banner at theticketfm.com to learn more. Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping at 40th and Yankee Hill or 70th and Vine, and online at fxblincoln.com.
At Koppel Chevrolet GMC, we are thankful for so many things this year, starting with our great employees, a generous community, our military personnel, and most importantly, our loyal customer base that continues to drive that money-saving mile of Louisville. Hi, this is Sean Callahan, and on behalf of everybody at Koppel, we want to wish you a happy Thanksgiving and safe travels to wherever they may take you. Happy holidays from Koppel Chevrolet GMC.
Transform your view with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows. Heartland of Nebraska Windows offers a free estimate, full window replacements, all vinyl triple pane windows, and a lifetime warranty of everything while keeping their prices affordable. Sounds too good to be true, right? Heartland of Nebraska Windows is locally and family owned with their own team of installers. Give the window experts at Heartland of Nebraska Windows a call today at 402-430-3852 or visit them online at heartlandofnebraskawindows.com. Elevate your home or business with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows today.
With the Planet Fitness Black Card, you don't just get a great workout, you get a great perk out because your membership is packed with perks. For $1 down and $24.99 a month, you'll get perks like access to any of our 2,400 clean and spacious locations. Bring your friend anytime and both work out with tons of equipment that'll give you that big fitness energy. Relax in the Black Card spa and more. Work out and perk out with the PF Black Card. Join for just $1 down and $24.99 a month.
Hurry, this deal ends soon.
See Home Club for details.
We're on the air.
Back
Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
to more of Early Break on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It is time for the spillover with AD, sponsored by our friends at Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. One Love. AD, you thought you broke the Ravens last week, but you didn't because they came back strong and beat the Chargers 30-23 last night on Monday Night Football.
Yeah,
But you're still in first place, though.
Yeah,
Steelers.
Pittsburgh. And it's like I told you before we played Cleveland. I said this game was going to be a slug match. And everybody's like, oh, you guys are going to – I said, no, records are out the window. And Sunday's going to be another slug match. Pittsburgh has got Cincinnati in Cincinnati, so it's going to be another slug match. But going back to Baltimore, to me, is kind of an enigma in that they lose to the Raiders. Okay. They slug it out with the Well, they end up beating the Broncos somewhat heavily. But they're just –
They lost to the Browns.
They lost to the Browns as well. But Baltimore's a team that the longer – they're like a crock pot. The longer it sits in there, I mean, they're going to have some bubbles here and there, but they're going to be a strong team, man.
So, yeah, that's a great analogy.
Crock pot.
They're like the food in a crock pot. It gets better as the days pass.
Yeah, man. Every time you got Lamar and Big Henry, they're problems.
So what's the record, Jake?
8-4.
Yeah,
Baltimore.
Expect a little better than that.
That was a good game. I mean, both teams are playoff teams. I would think almost certain playoff teams. I don't see any of the Harbaughs dropping off this year. I think you'll see both LA. I mean, in the previous years, it was fun to watch the Chargers just charger. It was called chargering. They find incredible ways to lose with Brandon Staley and Norv Turner and all these guys going back for a year. Mike McCoy. Now they got a dude, your boy, Jim Harbaugh.
Yeah, he's a great coach.
They're not going to have any of this, quote, charging anymore.
I still remember the game against Jacksonville. Was that 2 years ago, Jake?
What?
They were up like 28 points or something like that?
It was the Chargers they made the playoffs, so they got through that. They led at Jacksonville 27-0.
I watched this
and
game.
lost the game.
I watched it
in regulation.
That was
It
Al
didn't
Michaels.
even go to overtime.
It was a weird. That was remember when Michaels got a lot of heat for that game
for not being very.
He wasn't. Yeah,
upbeat.
No, he was very. It was a stunning. The game was stunning in the way it unfolded, and he was very casual.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's a conversation. I love having these conversations with AD. I have this conversation in my head where I keep telling myself coaching matters a lot, but you still hear this. I'm thinking about Harbaugh right now. But you also hear it's not the X's and O's, it's the Jimmies and Joes. Mm-hmm. But coaching clearly matters. Yeah. Harbaugh's a great example. Horgerson's a great example. Mm-hmm. So I don't know which it is. It's both.
I think it's a combination of both.
Yeah, but when people tell you, Sip, it's AD, Jake, it's the X's and O's, or it's the Jimmies and Joes, not the X's and O's. It's not all the Jimmies and Joes.
Dallas,
yeah,
perfect example that coaching does matter.
Coaching
Chicago,
matters.
Coaching does matter.
It matters.
It matters. Okay, another example.
Harbaugh matters
on the extreme side.
He does.
You look at Mullen up in Detroit. What he's getting out of those Campbell, man.
Yeah,
what he's getting out of those
matters.
guys, it matters, man. Those guys. And they hold you to it's not a suggestion, it's a standard.
Mm-hmm.
And all those coaches you just mentioned, they have a standard or you're not going to be there.
Switzer was an example of guys would always say it's not Switzer, it's the Jimmies and Joes. No, Switzer was a good coach.
Yep.
He had to be.
Yep.
I mean, there's no way you're getting, it's not just we're going to throw these guys out here and win. No, it doesn't work like that. Coaching matters. We're learning that. We're learning that with Holgers. It's very plain when you watch Nebraska. Oh, the offense has new leadership and it looks better.
Got some zip.
And
same
also,
players.
Every one of those coaches you just mentioned, they will call players out.
Right. That's what's happening at Nebraska right now.
Dana called it. He said it's embarrassing. He said he was on the podium and said it's embarrassing.
Well, and he's emphasizing what the theme rule does a really good job of explaining what's going on. And it's the emphasis with Holgorsen. He says, if you're on the headset, it's not all about the plays. It's about execution. Execution. And look what happened to the tight end. Jumps.
Thomas Fedoni.
He jumps. He's out. It happened in practice to a receiver. Messed up. 13-year in. Isaiah Garcia Castaneda. He made his first catch. He's very stringent, and it's about execution. If you don't execute, you're not going to play.
You can't play. And he sent a message to all of those guys. You know, there were times in practice that Coach Osborne would say, run it again. Dadgummit, run it again. And if Jay was here and the black shirt was here, they would say the same thing with Coach McBride.
Sure.
They demanded excellence. And if you didn't do it, you weren't playing.
Ooh, see, there you go, Jay.
They didn't care about your feelings.
Right.
If you didn't do
your
it,
NIL.
you weren't playing. Yeah, you weren't.
Well, there
gonna
was
play.
no NIL, but yeah.
Yeah, you weren't going to play.
Right.
And the great programs that demand excellence, there's a reason why they're ranked high.
It's not touchy-feely.
I'm not here to be your buddy.
You jump, you're gone.
I'm not here to be your buddy.
Right. Bonner fumbles, doesn't play as much. Now, it's what the interesting part of it is I was sitting there listening to Rule. I was thinking, oh, wow, where was this before? It was in place before, but what happened is Holgorsen came in, and Holgersen's just got more panache. He's got a bigger voice. He's got a resume. He's a big name, so it just resonates louder.
And would you say to this that ties into, I have no emotional connection to any of you guys right now with Dana.
Right.
I have no emotional
Holgorsen
connection.
has no emotional
connection.
connection.
I have no emotional connection. I didn't recruit you. In fact, I don't even know your name quite yet. So therefore,
Great
we're going to
point.
run this the right way, or you're not going to play.
It's a great point. That is a really good point. So it's probably a little easier to make those tough decisions, right? No recruiting connection,
right?
No connection to the uncle, nothing,
right?
Just you're not playing if you don't execute. Sorry. And it's big time college football. That's the way it is.
Absolutely,
it should be that way.
It should be that way all the time. Absolutely,
it's rough though. It's easy for us to say. If you're on the other end of it, it's rough. You know.
Before it passes off to the drive and AD, we are in the
Jake.
Thanksgiving spirit here this week on the show, and we have some wonderful restaurants that are helping you out in town.
Oh, please.
Here's the deal: if you know somebody or yourself are in need of a Thanksgiving meal, things aren't good this year in terms of funds as holidays. You don't really have anybody around. We've got Soulful Casino in Havelock.
Okay.
Is going to be offering up a Thanksgiving meal to who we determine is the most needed and somebody that wants it. So if you would do me the favor and email earlybreak937@gmail.com. And if you've got a store, if you think you are the one who should receive the Thanksgiving meal, if you know somebody that you know does, we will choose a winner by this afternoon, and we'll get back to you, and we'll set that up for you at Soulful Casino for Thanksgiving. So again, email earlybreak, EARLY break, BREAK 937@gmail.com. We will get a winner for that.
Nice.
Announce that tomorrow, and email the person who wins here today.
That'll all happen today, and that's in Havelock.
Yeah, Havelock is Soulful Casino. They will hook you up for Thanksgiving.
That's
That is
cool.
it for us. The drive with Raf, AD, and AG is next. We will see you tomorrow.
When you're in the stands and have the ability to control your irrigation in the field, it's a game-changing moment. Valley is where farming meets end zone efficiency. With AgSense